Rivalries are always special, and there's probably no rivalry in the Mid-Penn Capital Division more special than this one tonight. Westbury is here at Susquenita this evening in a big girls game as the two are tied for second place at 5-1 in the Capital Conference. Good evening, I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me is Todd McCall and Charlie Fortney. Tonight is also special for another reason, though. These two schools, which border each other, have gotten together in the name of one Alexandra Scott, a young lady who died at the age of 8 of neuroblastoma, a form of cancer. But before she went, she started her own lemonade stand. That's right, a lemonade stand that is spread around the country and around the world, and a place now where other people go to help people who were like young Alex. We'll talk more about that tonight as these two schools have gotten together in a great cause. Todd, when you talk about Westbury tonight, you've got to start out with a young lady. She's number 4 in the book, and she's also a young lady who has scored over 1,000 points.
Well, Megan Smith just got her 1,000. She's 1,018. She's about 1,000 behind the leading scorer, Jody Urick. But this is a very special girl. Big game. This is like the NBA matchups of the Capital Region tonight. And I think she and her teammates are going to need some lemonade after this game. But this is going to be a spectacular game, and she centers in pretty well tonight.
Charlie, I know you've got a lot to say about Megan Smith tonight because you've had a chance to coach her. But Miranda Hoover, who's a junior on the other side for Susquenita, is having a pretty special year, too, at 14.5 points a game.
Yes, but I think we all agree that Susquenita is going to have a team effort. Meg Smith's hard to stop. They got some size on the inside and the young freshman. But Susquenita, undersized, is going to have to shoot the ball very well. And if they can play as a team, come in here with confidence, take care of their home, they might have a chance to win this game here tonight.
This is the third time these two have played this season. The Greenwood tournament went to Susquenita. 3 nights later, it was Westbury winning, and tonight's the rubber match. It's going to be a great rivalry game tonight, and you're going to see it here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark Direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable health care for today and for generations to come. For all you do, you're better with Highmark Blue Shield.
Advanced Hoop's biggest goal has been to raise the culture of training and development in this region. Working with youth coaches, junior high coaches, high school coaches, and even more so, college coaches in the last 5 years. We're seeing a rise in the talent level of players all over the area. Programs like ours are making a difference. We're just proud to be part of that culture of training that's growing strong in the Harrisburg area.
Welcome back to the nest here in Cove, Pennsylvania at Susquenita High School, where the spirit is on fire tonight. 2 teams tied for second, Westbury and Susquenita in the Capital Conference, both 5-1, both trying to chase down Middletown, who's 6-0. And I'll tell you what, it's a special night here for a whole lot of reasons. But we are proud tonight to be bringing you this game, High School Sports Live TV, and thank you to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for being our title sponsor here tonight. And Charlie, I'll tell you what, man, this is the place you want to be for a rivalry game. Westbury and Susquenita right next door to each other.
Well, look at that crowd right there, guys. And we've been in a lot of big battles, and I don't think we've started out with a girls' game being a packed house in a long time here. A testament to these 2 schools. They show why they should be featured on High School Sports Live.
And I don't know if it's an omen of any kind, but when I was driving up here York at 11:15, sitting on top of a mile-per-hour sign out there was a big hawk looking over, coming in. So I don't know if the Blackhawks have something special going tonight, but it's certainly a special atmosphere here. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, first of all. And when you talk about West Perry, you're going to start out with number 4, Megan Smith. She's a special player.
She is. She 6 foot, plays like a guard. She had over 15 Division I schools showing strong interest in her, but made a smart right fit decision to go to IUP. Great opportunity to play there, do well.
Caitlin Lovenberg, an outstanding shooter from the outside. You also have in there a young lady named Miss Class, Renee Class. You got Maddie Ulrich, an outstanding player, an outstanding shooter. And Stauffer there as well, Gracie Stauffer. She's a big one in the middle.
Yep.
On the other side, you've got Miss Hoover. That's right, Miranda Hoover, averaging 14.5 points a game. You got Turpin, an outstanding shooter out there, along with Hoffman. Rome, a wonderful defensive player, and Humphrey as well, another great shooter. It's going to be a special night here in the gymnasium at Susquenita, and we're just about ready to get it underway. And ironic that the two tipped it off, Megan Smith against Miranda Hoover right out of the gate. Susquenita in orange, white, and black. On the other side in green and white, you're talking about West Perry, the Mustangs.
You don't even have to talk about atmosphere, guys. All you have to mention is you got one side of Perry County in West Perry, the other side in Susquenita, and every loose ball you're going to hear somebody tonight cheering. This is what we wait for at High School Sparks Live. And Charlie Fortney's becoming a genius on the game picks in the beginning of the year. Let me tell you something.
Now you get Emma Harris jumping it up against Kayla Rome after the jump ball, only 4 seconds into this one. Big game here tonight. Both these teams trying to keep pace with Middletown.
Well, let's talk about the game pick. Susquenita's AD, Greg Wagner, fought for his school and fought for this rivalry and said, hey, we got a boy-girl doubleheader already planned, and it's going to be a packed house. It's a pink out, so could you come do it? And we said yes.
Well, Susquenita gets the ball, and right out of the gate, get a great look from the outside by Amber Turpin. Not able to go, but picked off inside and put away by the big gal for him. That's Miranda Hoover right out of the gate.
Gary, Susquenita goes with their flex look. They don't get something inside, but you've got to get on Hoover, and that was too easy, 5 foot away. And with the legend Jeff Thompson in the building, he never liked easy shots like that for the big man if you're playing defense.
See Erica Heil putting it up the outside, goes off her legs, out of bounds, and now it goes over to Susquenita.
And early on, guys, it seems like Susquenita is ready for this. Looks like West Perry early on just a little tentative.
There's an outstanding guard there, Vanessa Hoffman. She makes this team run. And the look inside, it's knocked away. Taken back by West Perry.
Meg Smith trying to call for the ball inside. Leaving, yeah. Susquenita playing a strategic type of defense, only helping on who needs help and trying to get extra help on Smith.
Good look. She's wide open in the middle by Emma Harris, but couldn't knock it down, and quickly Susquenita the other way. Long one from the outside by Turpin. Turpin, by the way, Amber Turpin is a 2-guard. She's a senior, but she has 15 threes in the year, so she's used to knocking them down out there in the perimeter.
In warm-ups, her stroke, I actually commented to Amber. I said, Amber, you look very good. Elbow looks in. I said, nice stroke. And definitely by the form, you could tell she's a good shooter.
Lovenberg brings it up. Lovenberg trying to go through 3 players that time, and they're going to call her for a charge. A little bit out of control that time by Caitlin Lovenberg. Her first, team first.
You know, guys, Caitlin comes into the game tonight. She's 8.8 points per game, but she's perfect 14 for 14 from the foul line. And how important is that in a big game to have a girl you know on the charity stripe that can get them? Now, I'm looking at Susquenita, and I'm almost looking at that defense as a tandem matchup. They're actually looking a little matchup there, Charlie.
Yeah, I think so. And right now it does seem like just West Perry is just very tentative in how to handle it. They might need Meg Smith to go to the perimeter to try to even get any offense.
Long look to the outside by Lovenberg. Taken back by Susquenita.
For kids watching at home, I don't know if you took a look at Amber Turpin in that box out. She's not a big tree topper, but she put a body on a box that you want to tell the boys game, the next game, hey, that's how you do it right there.
Really trying to feed inside right now to Miranda Hoover. That time the good bounce pass. Ball's going to be brought in on the baseline by Susquenita. Again, trying to feed back inside to Vanessa Hoffman in the post. Taken back. First shot by Smith all night, and buries it. A little banker straight in.
And I'm just going to say, it shouldn't have took 2.5 minutes for her to get the ball to shoot it. Meg Smith's going to need to pop out in the perimeter like she did there to get opportunity, because she's one of the best players we have in South Central Pennsylvania. She needs the ball.
Well, it's quite obvious that Susquenita wants to get the ball inside to Miranda Hoover, and she gets fouled on the shot.
Gary, they're going pick and roll with Hoffman and Hoover at the top of the key, and what a perfect little call on that side of the offense to go to that nice pick and roll. And it's something you don't see often. We call that old school, but hey, pick and roll is new school to me.
Miranda Hoover shoots 77% for the free throw line, and she checks in with her first points of the night.
Really impressed with Miranda Hoover, the way she's approaching the game, and her aggressiveness on the boards.
Hoover misses the second shot, but 3-2, Susquenita up by 1.
There was nobody under, not really a flow with that particular shot selection.
And here comes Vanessa Hoffman again against the man-to-man. Set play this time. Nice pass by Hoffman. Can't get the hook up down there in the baseline from Hoover. And quickly, here comes Westbury. Great drive going to the basket by Westbury, and it's Caitlin Lovenberg checking in with her first 2 of the night.
Yeah, nice left hand. We got Gracie, the freshman, Gracie Stauffer, getting ready to check in. 6'3" freshman, guys.
Good baseline screen, but also a great block by Erica Heil. Here comes Smith.
Smith plays like a point guard, boy. Let me tell you something.
Boy, that was a good move that time, and a little kind of delay down by 3. Westbury tips it away. It's in the hands of Smith. Smith ahead to kind of surprise Deborah Harris.
Especially when Gracie Stauffer's in the game, that's an opportunity to allow Smith to be more of a guard.
Smith made a great move, spin move to get open down there, but couldn't hook up again. They're really collapsing on her every time.
Again, the way to avoid that is to create some separation by popping 7, 8, 10 feet out, and then make the defense run at you. Give her some room to work. She's the quickest forward, probably in the South Central.
You know, it's amazing how close these two teams are in stats. Both of them average about 50 points a game. Westbury gives up 33, and on the other side, Susquenita gives up 36. So you talk about two teams that look like a mirror. There again, you got the double team. Smith trying to go up, but is fouled on the play. Megan Smith will go to the line, where she is an outstanding free throw shooter. 76% for the season. Foul marked up against Amber Siegfried. Take a look at the foul. They're trying to post up Megan Smith right here.
They collapse down. Look, there's 3 girls. And there's going to be 3 girls there all night, guys.
And Kayla Rome is with her everywhere. Kayla Rome is their defensive stopper for Susquenita. She's doing a great job so far and getting some help from her friends. Both shots missed by Smith.
There's a rare miss for her. She shoots 76% from the foul line, and she's probably just got to come down a little bit and get an easy one and work herself back in this game.
Hoover kicks it to the outside, and it's missed by Amber Turpin. Taken back, though, by Vanessa Hoffman.
Yeah, I think some of those foul shot misses, you saw her huffing and puffing. When you got 2, 3 girls keen on you, going at you, it takes a lot out of you. And she went to the foul line tired already, from the possession.
Well, the plan so far looks to be like have Kayla Rome on her everywhere, and then every time she touches the ball, who's ever nearby collapses in. They'll let anybody else open.
You know, guys, I want to tell you, I talked to Scott Moore, head coach, before the game. They have 13 games straight with 3 practices.
How about Amber Siegfried from the outside?
So you talk about legs coming down the stretch. Mother Nature's wreaking havoc on divisions this year.
Good rebound again by Miranda Hoover, and Susquenita's got the ball. They're down 1. Little happy feet that time for Vanessa Hoffman. Just a quick shuffle. She's an outstanding point guard, though, Todd. Really like the way she handles the basketball.
When she's a game controller, she's like a little general. And I tell you what, anytime you want a perfect point guard, somebody's unselfish and can run the floor, and she's doing it here tonight on her home floor.
Well, 3.7 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and it's 8-7 right now. West Perry leads by 1. And let's see what West Perry has in store here. You got to think maybe they get Stauffer looking maybe for Smith. Let's see.
There's Smith popping out a little more to out. That's smart, out high. Create some separation.
Not going to get it off. Lavenberg does finally get it off, but after the buzzer and the first quarter is in the books. 8-7, West Perry leads over Susquenita. You're watching High School Sports Live TV here on ABC 27.
Today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no obligation consultation.
This new diet, half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea. Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet, half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Welcome back to the Nest here at Susquenita High School, where West Perry leads Susquenita at the end of one quarter, 8-7. And West Perry will have the ball to start the second quarter. Smith only 1 for 4 in the game. Megan Smith, who went over the 1,000 mark the other night. Here's Lavenberg being chased right now by Hoffman. And again, we're looking at that strange-looking zone there. Good rebound again by Susquenita.
Smith plays volleyball, really good volleyball player. You can see the jumping spring she has in her legs, but West Perry doing a good job of not letting her have any inside position.
And I want to point out something she did for kids at home. She did not go to that baseline and pull that dribble up. She is very fundamental. If you notice, as soon as she goes to that baseline, she pulled back. That's that danger spot on the floor. A lot of people dribble, and I really see that fundamentals in her.
There's that pass inside again, and Smith getting caught behind. She'll be called for the foul. That's her first of the game.
Yeah, they don't need her to get two. She goes out of the game, it could be a different story here.
Great matchup between she and Miranda Hoover, the two top scorers on either team.
I think we're thinking alike, Gary, because when you watch these two girls, they're two very skilled players that if you have a younger girl at home, that you key on them tonight because they are very special in the mid-state here.
And look where they're going right now. They're going to go to work inside and put away. That was Rachel Sterner, outstanding rebounder who gets the ball in the paint. And they're really working the ball inside at Susquenita.
And that was left-handed. That's what's even more impressive. That was a soft baby hook with the left hand.
Long shot from the outside by Lavenberg. It's not going to go. Ball will go back over again to Susquenita. Up by 1 now here at the beginning of the second quarter. Don't forget we have our halftime shootout, Advanced Hoops halftime shootout, coming up in this game. So we'll get a little chance to see some people maybe be winners at halftime.
You know, the angle to the pass in the post is not working. They're trying to make that pass from out top, and usually that pass from the post needs to come from the 45-degree angle.
Well, and the other thing you have to do, too, is you have to really dribble down there to try to get a good angle to pass it in, get that bounce pass. Long shot from the outside is going to be missed this time by Sterner, and it'll go back to West Perry. Here's Smith. Smith just not able to hit anything so far. Ball taken by Hoffman. First quarter, Hoover, by the way, had 5 rebounds. Susquenita with 8 turnovers so far. West Perry with 2. And West Perry 4 out of 10 in the first quarter. Susquenita only 2 of 8. So both these teams with outstanding defenses. As we said, West Perry only giving up 33 a game. Susquenita giving up 36. Again, missed shot inside. Good job by Stauffer of trying to block the shot. West Perry coming its way.
There's a prime example where having a big hand makes a difference.
Stauffer making a big difference in there. The ball goes back in the other direction with Katie Humphrey. Again, they're working it inside constantly, but Hoover not able to hook up, and there's Stauffer again. And quickly a timeout over on the West Perry bench. And What are we saying right now over there, Todd, on the timeout?
You know, and while Todd's going over there, it's probably a good timeout because Coach Scott has his team on the road, and you really got to start getting in your rhythm. And West Perry right now is not finding an offensive rhythm. Meg Smith's forcing a little because she's not getting set up properly.
Scott Moyer, of course, in his 28th year for West Perry. Over the other side, Shannon Dyer, an outstanding coach, in the 10th year. So both these coaches have been around for a little while, know what they're doing in these situations.
And Gary, it was real simple what Scott told the kids, Scott Moyer. He said, some of these ill-advised shots you're taking in this big game right now, you're pulling up and there's no one down. You're pulling up off the break. There's no one there in the rebound. And if we're going to play that style ball, then we're going to face the wrath of Susquenita. You could hear him say, that's uncalled for. We need to get a good one. Let's get something inside.
Well, that's a worthwhile timeout then.
You got to think you got to at least get some touches by your big people before it's taken as a three. But another turnover by West Perry out of the timeout. Hoffman with a hard drive to the basket. Another missed shot, getting a lot of close shots, but a great job inside by Stauffer of really making people change their shots, Todd.
Yeah, number one, but first of all, let's go back to what you just said. And Hoffman has an absolute great quick first step, and that was a left hand on that side, but you're right. Those big hands in the middle are making a difference for the Mustangs.
There you see Kayla Rome down there. She's playing Smith everywhere she goes, and everybody else just kind of hanging out and waiting to double team. Long shot by West Perry again, and so far they're playing into Susquenita's hands by taking the long shot and not really getting good inside looks.
You know, very aggressive inside position by Hoover. Coach Shannon has the girls boxing out, and that's been the key to the game because they are the smaller team.
There's that screen again, and this time Hoffman able to get through, and again not able to hook up on the layup.
I don't think I would take Stauffer off the floor, Gracie, right now because I mean, right now Hoffman is really killing with the penetration, but because she has that big hand, she's making her adjust her shot at the last minute.
Into the game is Katie Humphrey for Susquenita, and also on the other side, Emma Harris for West Perry. And a good steal by Lovenberg. Caitlin Lovenberg brings it forward. Shot from right in the middle of the lane again, and it's Emma Harris taking the shot, not able to hook up for West Perry. She's had that open several times tonight, has not been able to make Susquenita pay for it yet.
And I don't think those are bad shots.
No,
I think that's
shots.
Exactly what the coaching staff at West Perry was talking about. Just getting shots within their offense. They just can't hit them right now. There's a lid on the basket, but they're only down one, Gary.
Well, and my thought, guys, is if West Perry is not able to get Meg Smith the ball inside because they're double and triple, have her pop out because she's their best outside shooter. So have her get her opportunity there or set up other people with the drive.
And that's an excellent point. One of the things she does is her footwork. She's very fundamental. She's very good at squaring up to the basket. So maybe 5 foot, 10 foot away. But once she gets moving, Charlie, you've described her as a scoring machine, and that's what she's been in the mid-state.
Renee Kless with the ball. Looking again to Harris. They're kind of letting Harris open. They're daring her to take the shot. Here's Kless. Doesn't look yet like West Perry has settled on what they want to do against this. And there again, finally hooking up on that shot is Emma Harris for West Perry.
I got to give credit to Kyla Rome. She is doing an excellent job, though, defensively. She's holding her own with Megan right now.
Lead going back and forth so far. Both teams 1 out of 7 so far this quarter. So defenses have definitely taken over in this game. Kayla Rome again trying to get it back inside. Good defense there by Emma Harris. Blackhawks get it back. Foul on Lovenberg. And that's a big foul. That's a second foul on Caitlin Lovenberg in the game. 16 foul against West Perry, only 1 so far against Susquenita. I'd like to thank Coach Jeff Thompson, who's with us here tonight, over here keeping stats on my right and imparting all kinds of great information throughout the evening. We'll get a chance to talk to him a little bit later on tonight.
I'm going to get one of my unusual breaks, thanks to Coach Jeff. Jeff, you coached Susquenita for years, and we'll be talking about that.
And Susquenita getting some good shots, just not able to hook up on them thus far. There's a great drive to the basket. And the put away by Rachel Sterner with the left hand, her 4th point of the game. Back on top goes Susquenita. This is back and forth so far. Long pass inside. Here comes Smith. She's going to take this shot no matter what and misses. Again, they're forcing her to take a running one-hander there and really not getting a chance to face up.
Well, that's a great shot for her when she's closer, but they have this little triangle going on in the middle that's forcing her to do everything 4 or 5 feet further from the basket and where she's used to taking these opportunities.
Here comes Lovenberg again. And rebounded. Amber Turpin quickly back are the Blackhawks. And stolen back by Lovenberg. Here she comes again. 2 point guards at each other right now. Here's Smith. Going to get a good look this time. A nice job inside by Emma Harris. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching High School Sports Live TV here on ABC 27.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Commonwealth Connections Academy, a tuition-free public cyber school serving students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
OSS Health is a proud sponsor of tonight's event and proud to announce its newly opened orthopedic urgent care facility in Mechanicsburg. It's open 7 days per week. Call 730-7099 or go online at ossortho.com.
Welcome back to Susquenita High School, where Susquenita leads right now 11-10 over West Perry. So far this quarter, the shooting has been cold. West Perry only 1 of 10. Susquenita 2 of 8. Turnovers, total of 3 so far for West Perry. 12 turnovers thus far for Susquenita, and a lot of missed close shots. 18-10, though, Susquenita out-rebounding West Perry. That's kind of keeping them in the game.
Well, and West Perry's still right there. It's a 1-point ball game, so for them to be shooting this bad, it really sounds good for them if they can just relax a little bit.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Moyer talked to West Perry about out of the timeout. There's a long shot from the outside by Kless.
Now, this is the kind of stuff that makes Smith.
When you watch Megan Smith play, one of the things she tries to do is a lot of spinning, a lot of pivots. But that time she gets called for the intentional or offensive foul, and that's going to be her second foul of the game. That's a big one.
And I don't agree with that. And you can watch why right now, because she's getting pounded all night, and I don't know that the refs are giving her any respect of her own. That might not be the play we're looking for, but she has a right to have that inside position. I didn't see that working out there too well for her, but I think I do disagree with the call.
I saw the stroke by Kayla Rome out there earlier. Again, they're not getting good angles for that pass, Todd. Really trying to feed the post, but not taking it down far enough. And what is happening on the other side is West Perry is fronting that high side.
They're fronting the high side, and they're making that pass from the elbow, trying to get in. One dribble, little dribble, break down off of that elbow, 5 foot away from that elbow, and get in at an angle. You're right. And that's a great coaching point, Gary Sutton. Why you won a state championship at Columbia, let me tell you. Look out, Shamrock fans. We have a legend and a dangerous man here tonight.
Swinging the ball now, trying to find something right there in the lane. There's a shot they have to make, and not able to knock it down again is Harris. She's only made 1 of those so far.
Guys, and Susquenita's got to capitalize. They're going down the other end. They're not creating any separation between the teams here. It's still 11-10.
And you guys mentioned it so well. They're only down. It's a 1-point game, and it's because of not capitalizing.
Long stroke by Hoffman, missed. Here comes Smith.
She just needs to keep it.
She's playing with 2 fouls right now.
Well, that was a nice penetration and kick.
Yep.
But then there's no shot.
Excellent drive by Urich. Urich gets it back, can't score. Hoover has it.
I would like to give the difference in what I see with the Blackhawk team. They are getting 5 girls in the paint, and Megan Smith's looking for some inside action, but there is nowhere to go. And Dave Manzer, Messiah coach, rest in peace, he passed away a couple years ago. He taught getting in the paint defensively to stop any transition, and I think it's hurting Westbury tonight, guys.
Right.
They're planting in the paint.
Good patience here by Susquenita. They've been focused on the post the entire game so far. Here goes Hoover again. Good drive to the basket, and getting in there is Amber Turpin for her 5th point of the night.
You need baseline help. I didn't see a lot of baseline help there.
Yeah, we got a timeout on the floor by West Perry, and we're going to keep it right here. And let's take a look right now at what is they're talking about over there on Susquenita's side. But very quickly, you'll take a look. Right here's a great drive. They've been screwing that screen all night long. Turpin did a nice job of pausing, delaying, and then going in.
Well, you might wonder why Meg Smith didn't challenge it more. She has 2 fouls, and she can't get her 3rd. And Amber Turpin took advantage of it.
And you got to think that they're going to pick on her every single time they get a chance. So here at not halftime yet, we got 1:06 till halftime, 13-10. You know, it's interesting, Todd, the 2 losses, actually the 3 losses that West Perry has this year, one was to Middletown by 1 point, one was to an undefeated Dover team by 5, and both of them were 34-29 in the Dover game, 33-32 in the game against Middletown. And then the first time they lost to this team, it was 46-36. So, you know, again, you're seeing more of that kind of game right here, the grinder kind of game.
Grinder game, under 50, and you can tell it's a rubber match, but both teams are 1 game back in the standings in the Capital Division. That's why it's such a big game tonight.
Renee Kless with another look, and again, they're letting Kless shoot, they're letting Harris shoot so far, but no touches right now for Smith in the half-court game.
Well, Smith's not going to play this last minute. Wise decision by Coach Scott. You don't want to go in the second half for just 1 minute. You want to go in with her having 3 fouls. I think this is a tough call. I don't know if we have a replay here, but I'll tell you what, that was a push-off against Gracie Stauffer, but this is going to be foul shots.
And it's going to be
it should be offensive.
Let's take a look at it here.
In fairness to Gracie, this should be offensive. Kind of hard to see it from that angle, but
West Perry, by the way, this game so far, only 1 of 15. There's a stroke. Up and good by Turpin.
Here's a better angle there. Now the guard pushes off right there. I thought.
Well, I think you saw the reach. When the hands reached out for the body, I think that's where you saw the reach.
Yep. That might have been one of those no calls too. Seemed like a touch one. Now Gracie Stauffer's in foul trouble.
The officials, you got a lot of hands in this game so far, and I think the officials are reacting to that right now.
Thank you.
The foul on the far side will be called on Lindsay Nye in there for Susquenita. Nye with her first, team 3rd. Long stroke, again taken by Hoover. And West Perry just not having the kind of shooting performance they'd certainly love to have in this game. And let's throw it over to Todd McCall right now, who is over there with a yellow-clad bunch of Susquenita players.
I'm really excited to be here. I didn't get offered any lemonade, but I'm in the nest, and I want to hear the nest. Now, I want you to look all the way up to the top of this right here in Susquenita. This is a very special. They're #1 student section right now. I got them #1 seated right now, the nest, but I can't hear them. I'm very excited about this atmosphere tonight, and they came big time. Gary, they're big time tonight.
Yeah, they really are. And, of course, you see both sides tonight decked out in yellow for the Alex's Lemonade Stand. Great cause here. Alexandra Scott, the young lady who really started a movement around the country to help people and young people with cancer.
Well, I'm excited because 10 of those students are going to shoot during the Advanced Hoops halftime shootout. We got 10 shooters shooting for a chance to win a $50 Kelly's gift certificate, Todd.
And one of them whispered to me and said that he's going to try to win all 10. I said, but you only get 1 shot, Fred. You only get 1 shot.
Susquenita inbounds it to Hoover, take it back, and that's the half. 14-10 here at the half in a defensive struggle as Susquenita leads West Perry here at the Nest in Cove, Pennsylvania. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the Advanced Hoops halftime shootout here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support high school sports live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
All right, we're here. We're here live back at halftime for the halftime shootout. We have 10 shooters here getting ready to shoot for a Kelly Sporting Goods $50 gift card. Fans, let's hear it for our shooters. Let's hear it. Our first shooter is Brett Morrison, shooting on behalf of Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Oh, don't worry, Brett. We have a t-shirt and a water bottle for you, but Dalton Jones is not going to settle for that. Shooting on behalf of OSS Health. Dalton, show us what it's about. Okay. All right, barefoot and all. Corey Shibley shooting on behalf of Highmark. With his hard hat on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Woo! Corey Shibley wins a Kelly Sporting Goods $50 gift card. Now we have Troy Romey, the brother of Kayla Romey, shooting on behalf of Brenner Family of Dealerships. Oh man, I'll tell you what, our bank is going to be broken after tonight. Dr. Pepper Snapple Group is John Dom. I love the outfits, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now shooting on behalf of the Capital Region Insurance Agency, Josh Mann. He's the man. I love the shoes. Okay, all right. Now shooting on behalf of Pac Financial, Alyssa Shedden. Come on, Alyssa. All right. Now, Hailey Hanisco, representing the Dauphin County Commissioners. Go ahead, Hailey. Rick Barry, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Barry in the house. Shooting on behalf of Groff Tractor is Kylie Stewart. Go ahead, Kylie. Come on, we need another winner here. Oh. Last one, shooting on behalf of Pizza Hut is Abby Jeffries. Hey, let's get it up for Abby, guys. Let's give it up for her. Okay, that'll be it. Let's give all of our shooters a hand. They all get a Kelly Sporting Goods t-shirt and water bottle.
We've got more coming up with the High School Sports Lives, West Perry, Susquenita. More after this messages. Stay tuned, fans, for a great game.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support high school sports live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
Welcome back to High School Sports Live TV here on ABC 27. I'm Gary Sutton here at Susquenita tonight, where Susquenita leads 14-10 over the West Perry girls at half. We got Chris Hopkins with us here from the Carlisle Sentinel. Chris, great to meet you. And interesting game here in the first half for sure.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, these two teams are no stranger to each other. This is already the third time they're playing each other. So, I think they knew a little bit about each other coming in, and it's showing on the defensive end especially.
I know you're out in the basketball trail throughout the course of the season. What have you seen so far here? We're only 10 or 11 games into the season, but still a lot of good teams out there right now battling, hopefully, for playoff spots later on.
Yeah, I mean, these are two of the best teams in the Capital right here, and then obviously Middletown, which is in first place. But, I mean, these two teams are showing a little bit of struggle on the offensive end, but obviously two very good defensive efforts here. West Perry and Susquenita, you'll probably be seeing them come postseason time.
It was interesting so far. The one loss so far this season for West Perry has been to Middletown, 33-32. For Susquenita, they got to face Middletown twice yet, so interesting road that they've both got to travel. They're both one game back right now going into tonight's game.
Yeah, I think this one can play some dividends, come down the road. If Middletown has just that one slip-up, obviously these two teams are right there. So Susquenita is showing defensively, again, doing a great job on Megan Smith down low, doubling her whenever she gets the ball. Middleton has two pretty good scorers over there in Burton Jones and Rivera. So if they're able to play like this, I think any one of these three teams can wind up on the top of the Capital.
Are you surprised at all that Susquenita is at 10-1 so far this season? I know last year they just missed the playoffs at 12-10, but 10-1 right now, looking pretty good.
I think I'm a little surprised that they're 10-1. It's no surprise that they were going to be good this year. They're a veteran squad. They bring back their top 6 players from last year. I think at the beginning of the season, everybody kind of had West Perry penciled in at the top of the Capital. But Susquenita, again, Middletown showing that they could play with the best of them. And with their veteran players back, Susquenita is really showing they could be a team that can make a run.
It's going to be a fun season in all the conferences. We're watching right now at the Capital. Chris, great meeting you here at halftime.
Thanks for
you
having
so much.
me.
We're going to continue the Highmark Halftime Report right after this here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The Advanced Hoops basketball program has professional skill training. The most talented area players are playing AAU with Advanced Hoops, getting exposure in front of college coaches. Players of all ages can train with Advanced Hoops and get a rock-solid foundation. The coaches at Advanced Hoops have a great rapport with all the kids. Advanced Hoops is unique as we offer professional point guard and dribbling with Gerald Jarman.
As a former point guard at the University of Richmond, I led one of the greatest upsets ever against Syracuse in 1991. I get more fulfillment out of teaching young athletes the things that I learned and the keys that I learned, both in college and professionally.
Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction is amazing. He's helped many high-level players get a great shooting foundation for the college level. He understands how to build a player's shot right from where they are. AAU basketball, shooting, dribbling, or spring in-house games. Advanced Hoops has it all.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Welcome back to the Highmark halftime report here as we're getting ready to start the second half. But looking at the first half stats, 4 turnovers for West Perry, 15 for Susquenita. Rebounding, though, West Perry at 15, 24 for Susquenita. Second quarter shooting was horrendous. West Perry 1 out of 16, Susquenita 3 of 10. And Hoover had 9 rebounds in the first half. Smith with 2 fouls, forced a couple of tough shots, only had 4 points in the entire first half. And we're talking about scoring. Miranda Hoover, 3 points for Susquenita. Turpin with 5, one of those are 3. Siegfried with 2. Sterner with 4. On the other side, everybody had 2 points, and actually Megan Smith had 2, not 4. So a tough first half defensive-wise, but not offensively. Todd?
Creative ways to get Megan the ball, looking at pinning the inside on this flat zone, stepping out to the sneak spot. Maybe that's one way. For Susquenita, they just need to capitalize on the misses.
Yeah, and I think West Perry just has to relax like they just did right there. Meg Smith got a shot. Whether she makes or miss, she's going to make these as the game goes on. They just need to let her pop around and move around without the basketball.
And a good stick back there again by Hoover.
Let me tell you what Hoover does very well. She keeps herself 5 foot away, like a big, taught very well, like a very fundamental big player inside, and she finds a lot of stuff off that glass.
There's West Perry now. Pyle with the ball.
Not shooting the ball well at all, West Perry.
And again, you're getting shooters right now that, frankly, Susquenita is willing to let shoot the basketball out there and not getting touches to Smith each time. William Hoffman has the ball taken away.
And this is the kind of offense they need to create, is from good defense, second chance opportunities if they're going to get back in this. 6 points might not seem like a lot, but when it's 16 to 10, it's a large percentage of the game.
Good looking stroke from the outside. Can't hook up as Emma Harris. She's had that shot at the foul line all night long, Todd.
You're right. I mean, McCallum, and really she's got really good looks at the foul line from there.
And they're not guarding her hard, which means they're really encouraging her almost to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
It's almost like tricking her in a little bit. Now they go into a little bit of a circle rotation to Susquenita.
Here's that pick and roll look at the top of the key, and look how they run that.
And the big difference this time was she created a great passing angle down in there with the dribble and a good post position. Not able to hook up, though. Ball stolen away again by Susquenita.
Lavenberg had Smith wide open on the wing. And that's a tough one. You have a top player and they're being keyed on, and you don't take advantage of the times that they are open. That's like helping the other team out.
Hey, I want to tell you something. The intensity you see out of head coach Shannon Dreyer is the same intensity you saw when he played for Mr. Jeff Thompson. And we were talking before the game. It's so funny. I still feel young until I see some of these older guys who I even think Shannon Dreyer's an old man now.
Good pass inside again, and they catch Hoover down in low. And Hoover already with 4 points in this quarter. Quickly the other way comes West Perry. Again, that same defense we saw the first half. Rome man-to-man everywhere with Smith. Pass inside. They're looking to try to get Smith some touches now. There's a look. And Smith again not able to hook up. Nobody on the rebound, though, except Kayla Rome. Check that, except Emma Harris.
And that was an opportunity right there. Smith drew him in, and for West Perry to score, and they didn't.
Goes Hoffman some kind of quick to the basket. She checks in.
Tell me that drive was not set up by Vanessa Hoffman's beautiful pump fake, which the whole house bought it tonight. Nice left-hand dribble. And Coach Moyer wants a timeout.
And it's an 11-0 run right now for Susquenita, 20-10. And we're going to go to a break right now. 20-10 here at the Nest. Susquenita leads over West Perry on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. And it's a happy bunch of Hawks here so far as Susquenita, the homestanding Blackhawks tonight, leading 20-10 over West Perry in what has been a defensive struggle. And the defense for Susquenita has confounded West Perry all night long. Charlie Fortney, if you're West Perry right now, you've got to figure out some kind of puzzle, and you got to figure it out soon.
Yeah, I think they got to try to speed the game up and try to get stuff in transition. This half-court concept is not favoring them because they're bunched up in the half-court and they can't get anything loose. The only way to get baskets, easier baskets, is to try to get your athletes out there and pressure Susquenita.
There's the long pop from the outside again by Matty Urich, not able to find it. And it will go to Susquenita.
And I want to elaborate.
And that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
They're picking up full court.
And Charlie, I want to elaborate on just something that even you and Gary had talked about. Gary, you talked about that foul line jump shot that West Perry has given.
Exactly.
I'm now on this baseline, and I'm looking at it. That paint, they're crowding that paint so much. If you can't hit that jumper right around that foul line tonight, it's going to be a tough second half for West Perry.
Here comes Hoffman. Hoffman throws it away, taken back by Emma Harrison, stolen back by Hoffman, and a foul.
You know what, though? I like this for West Perry, what they just did. This can change this game if West Perry plays this way.
There's one of those frustration fouls. Hoffman, that great step, trying to get the pass inside to Sterner, and instead it's going to be a foul on Emma Harris, her first.
And she went for the ball. It just was one of those.
Sterner with the shooter's roll, and Sterner, 6 points in the game. Sterner only averages 4.8 points a game. She's already over her average for tonight. And there's Smith again, not able to find it. Taken again by Sterner, outstanding rebounder. Susquenita leads by 12. Halfway through the third quarter here at Cove.
And give Susquenita credit. Just when West Perry was trying to do the pressure them defensively, they went ahead and made a jump shot to kind of squelch that momentum. And now they're up by 12. It's going to have to be a West Perry defensive effort to get back in this game.
Hoover so far this quarter with 4 rebounds and 4 points. She's made herself felt in here. Now here's Gracie Stauffer back into the game. The big gal for West Perry.
And it's going to be hard to press full court a little bit with Gracie on the matchups with so many small players out there. Interesting to see what West Perry does.
West Perry, nothing out of 7 so far from the field in this quarter.
It's like they're in a...
Susquenita continues to run their offense.
And West Perry went to the zone idea instead of the man as soon as Gracie came in, which kind of makes sense.
Going to have a 2-3 zone look. You want to try to attack the seams here. That's the holes between players. Good patience here shown by Susquenita. It's an old saying, when you have the lead, it's tough for the other team to catch up if you have the ball. Good set play, long stroke. But this time it's Amber Turpin with the 3, her second 3 of the game. She's got 10 points in the game. Amber Turpin coming up big.
Amber has a nice stroke.
25-10, Susquenita leads. I don't think anybody would have thought that would be the score at this point in the game tonight.
No, the defensive plan for Susquenita has been tremendous.
Smith with a nice look underneath, trying to get it to Stauffer, can't hold on to it. Here comes Susquenita again.
Just seems like everything's going wrong for West Perry. Every, loose ball, everything.
Susquenita 5 out of 7. Here's Turpin again, hot from the outside. Amber Turpin with her third 3 of the night. She's got 13, and timeout. On the other side for West Perry, we'll take one as well. It's 28-10. Susquenita leads West Perry here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Advanced Hoops Intense Basketball Training is coming to the York area in 2014. Charlie Fortney is teaming up with Sam Sutton, former Towson University standout, where he scored 1,400 points.
Sam brings a work ethic and a passion to the game that reflects on all the players he coaches. I've seen Sam grow as a player. I am amazed at his ability to motivate young athletes.
Shooting, 2-ball dribbling, offensive footwork. Go to advancedhoops.com and click on the York link to register.
In these cold, snow-covered days of winter, wouldn't it be great to escape? Hoffman Ford can't do much about the winter weather, but they can help you escape it in a 2014 Ford Escape SE 4x4. Nicely equipped, not stripped, with a 10-way power driver's seat, Sirius satellite radio, keyless entry, and much more. Yours for only $254 a month, and Hoffman has 20 to choose from. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. Escape winter with Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Call or shop online at hoffmanford.com.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights but you threw Bowler out and said, I want and. Because you don't go for choices. You go for greatness. So you go with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and pick from wings, rollers, pasta, or now a third pizza for just $19.99. And get any other delicious pizza for $10. All hail Andy, the king of the cul-de-sac. Go for greatness, people. Pizza Hut. Make it great.
Susquenita has run 19 straight points right now to lead 28-10. Here with 2:55 to go in the third quarter, and there you see Susquenita fans. They're a happy bunch right now. And West Perry has the basketball. 2:53 to go. Quickly from the outside for West Perry.
That's just what they needed. There's that little soft jumper, extended foul line out, and if they keep getting that, look for them to pick up the press. They're talking about over there on that sideline. Pick up the intensity.
How about the change there? You had Erica Morgan getting in there. Here's Lovenberg stealing it back again. And Lovenberg in for 2 more. So quickly, 4 points right out of the timeout.
It's pretty smart to pick up full court, and a great play by Lovenberg there.
And up to that point, they've been scoreless here in the third quarter. There's Hoffman.
Boy, the West Perry fans wanted to walk there.
Always look inside. Here's Hoover with the ball. Going right at Smith. Smith does a great job of cutting her off. Shot's going to be missed. Taken there again by Miranda Hoover. Here's Hoover on the pick and roll play.
See, now West Perry's playing some smart defense. As long as they can avoid fouling, there's hardly any fouls. Only 2 fouls in the whole half, guys. Clean basketball at this point, this half.
Susquenita, though, eating clock right now. They lead by 14. Hopping with it. Keeping kind of a spread look right now. Then they go into their flex look. Great shot out of the offense. And again, it's Sterner stepping up and nailing it.
See, that's huge. That is huge.
You can't argue with me tonight on this. Susquenita looks like they are playing like a championship team. They're game back, just like West Perry of Middletown. And right now, they're doing everything right on the offensive end.
And Sterner 8 points in the game. You got people playing above themselves tonight. There's a good steal, though, by Lovenberg. Ahead. Ball up and good. It's Maddie Urich on the end by Lovenberg. Great assist. 4 points in the game now for Urich, and full court pickup again by West Perry.
Well, you can't match basket for basket, guys. You gotta stop them on the other end. And West Perry is not doing that. They're fouling, bailing them out. And that's not what
right
you need
there
to
is
do.
the old double team you're talking about, Charlie, with a foul. And they always say fouling negates hustle. Todd?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Now, one of the things I think West Perry really wants to do, and I thought from the get-go, they like to get out and run. When they get in transition, they're very effective. But first of all, you got to get stops on defense, as Mr. Fortney said. All too well.
Lovenberg has really picked up her defensive game here. A couple of steals. Here comes Hoffman. Good look by Hoffman. Nothing but forward for Hoffman. Hoffman in for her 4th point of the night.
Well, that was a nice stop, pop, and pull-up. That's what they teach you at basketball camp, guys.
Here's another look for the outside, and I'll tell you what, big change in there for Scott Moyer, getting in number 25. That's Erica Morgan. She got into the game, and she relieved Emma Harris. She's nailed 2 shots, 4 points.
I would leave her in for good because she's been their offense
They've been giving that shot all night, and now she's taken them and has nailed 2 in a row.
I'll tell you, West Perry's not catching a break on. It's 4-0 on the fouls this half. Not getting any freedom to be aggressive. It just seems like everything is going Susquenita's way right now. And they're taking advantage of it by knocking down shots.
I think the officials are calling it well, though, because they're reaching in a lot. There's another shot by Sterner from the outside. And Sterner, 10 points in the game tonight. She only averages 4.8 normally. Sterner known for rebounding, nailing it right there. And then coming right back is Smith. Finally getting back on the board, and Smith now with 4 points in the game.
But you just can't trade basket for basket, West Perry.
And that's it, the end of the third quarter, 34-20. We're going to the final one, and Susquenita leads here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
For 57 years, you know the Big 33 Football Classic as the Super Bowl of high school football. 2012 brought the Big 26 Baseball Classic. Look out in the fall of 2014, the Big 13 Basketball Classic. Stay tuned at big33.com.
Commonwealth Connections Academy, a tuition-free public cyber school serving students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Borman & Babb Certified Public Accountants is a full-service accounting, tax, and consulting firm with over 17 years experience serving the central Pennsylvania region. From taxes to payroll, from corporate accounting to business consulting, let Borman & Babb help you achieve your financial success.
Welcome back to High School Sports Live TV here on ABC 27. And that quarter, Susquenita sizzled at 9 out of 12, while West Perry 5 of 14. Susquenita leads 34-20. Charlie? Let's take it over to Todd, who's over here on the side, and he's got the West Perry fans, and they're fired up right now as their team has to try to come back and erase the 14-point deficit.
Gary, I'm right here in the Mustang crew. Now, I'm going to sit down here for a minute, but this team is ready to get loud, and this group right here is ready too. They brought the pride of Perry County, but I can't hear them, so I'm going to see if I can get them up 1 second. I can't hear you guys. How about that, Gary? Is that loud enough for you?
That could be better. It'll get loud if they make any kind of run here this quarter.
My money's on this Mustang mascot right beside me here too, Charlie Courtney.
There's that screen out top again by Sterner.
West Perry's come out very aggressively, batted the ball out of bounds and forced a turnover, and that's what Coach Scott Moyer said to his girls. We got to let it all hang out on the court here, but we got to get a stop on one end, score on the other end. You do seven of those, Gary, and the game's tied.
Here comes West Perry.
Susquenita is playing tremendous so tonight.
You want to get it in the hands of Smith as much as possible, but there's a quick foul. And again, they've called that reach foul consistently throughout the night so far.
Yeah, and I think Moyer getting on him in between quarters saying, refs, look at the board, we have nothing. You know, I think they're responding and rewarding West Perry as well when they're being aggressive, of course. It's a key. You got to be aggressive to get the refs' favor, it seems like. They reward hustle.
Right now, you've also got to get the ball touching the hands of number 4, you would think, or getting some of those shots to drop as Matty Urich can't find it. And you're going to get a foul in the backcourt here.
Now we see it starting to shift West Perry's way a little. Let's see if West Perry can cause that shift to turn into points on offense.
Not a foul, but it's actually going to be a player control foul.
Yeah, clearing out. A late call, but it's the right call.
Well, I was down here on the baseline, and Schoner turned out real hard, and her elbow just caught the corner of the defender's eye.
There's the long look. Smith gets in there underneath, puts up the shot, can't make it. Other way, here comes Vanessa Hoffman.
Smith can't catch a break, but she's doing the right thing by going to the offensive boards to try to get something to open up for her.
There's a look. Hoffman with a great ball fake. Misses the shot, taken by Sterner. Sterner puts it back. Sterner is on fire.
Yeah.
Sterner with 12 points tonight. She's usually known for her rebounding, but tonight she's known for her scoring.
As we're talking about player of the game, Sterner's got to be in our conversation, guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell the Sterner family, when she goes home tonight, get the ice ready and soak that arm and that elbow and keep it just like it was.
Susquenita gets it back. Here they come. Trying to get it to Hoover. Hoover has not had many touches this half. Ball thrown ahead. Going to be taken up by Urich. Urich can't get it to go. Urich with her own rebound comes back again and is fouled.
This is all great for West Perry. This is all great, but again, Susquenita still making jump shots. Look.
Let's take a look again. Here comes Urich. Brought up hard. Trying to draw the foul there instead, trying to maybe make the basket. Comes back with her own rebound and draws the foul there. She'll go to the line for 2. Urich, 67% free throw shooter. First one up and good. Urich with 5 points in the game here tonight.
Sterner came on the inside there and stepped in and just kind of reached in. And those fouls, you know, those tacky fouls after a rebound, and coaches just go crazy over it. But you got to give Sterner credit for the way she's playing tonight.
And Urich again. So 6 points in the game now for Matty Urich.
You just have a feeling, guys, this game's not over yet. It's like there's just something in the air here that this is going to tighten up a little bit here.
Here's Susquenita with the ball. Vanessa Hoffman.
How about that pick and roll option right into a box-to-box screen down on your end? Very good look for Susquenita. So they go pick and roll, and make it real easy at home. Sideline pass, entry pass 5 foot away. They're doing everything very effectively handling the ball, and they have a military general out there in Hoffman at point guard.
Here's that screen again. They've been using it all night long. Good pickup, though. It's a nice pickup that time by Renee Clush, but she's going to get called for the foul.
You know, I want to talk about if there's kids at home watching. If you have a player boxed in the corner, you don't have to reach in. You don't have to use your body. You got them right where you want them. Don't bail them out with fouls. Fouling negates. Hustle.
They get good defense from the backside. It was number 21, Renee Kless, coming over from the weak side to help. Here's Lovenberg ahead. And Lovenberg just leading that time. Emma Harris too much, and the ball quickly goes back. Another opportunity
And this
squandered.
is another opportunity, another chance where West Perry's Meg Smith is wide open on the wing down court, and West Perry can make it easier on themselves by just giving it to their post. She's wide open, and they're trying to force it. She's going to IUP for a reason, without having to pay a lot for education. Take advantage of it, I think.
Now, if you're West Perry right now, you want Susquenita to start to take some quick shots on the break against the press. Susquenita now settling back into their half-court game.
Susquenita seems in great control right now.
Shannon Dyer really has his team ready here in the half court tonight. Oh, and a missed shot right there at the foul line by Sterner. Here comes Smith looking ahead to Lovenberg. Lovenberg jams. Smith's going to get a shot here. Smith missing the shot. Taken back again by Sterner. Rachel Sterner.
And Smith needs to go to the hole. If your shot's not falling, you just need to take it to the rack. Shot fake and go, and that's probably going to need to be her game plan because she's just not on tonight, and that happens to every shooter at one point in their career.
Running kind of a circle right now, just passing, cutting, eating clock. Right now, what you're seeing is Susquenita playing defense with the basketball, Todd.
That's exactly what's happening. And then they can pull that. Look at this, what they can do offensively. This is a well-coached team. They pull that ball out, and they give it to the general.
Oh, man, a tough foul right there. Going to be on Maddie Urich coming across.
Yeah, and that was unnecessary because she wasn't going anywhere. Samantha.
Take a look at it here.
Vanessa Huffman was not going anywhere. She was running out of real estate, and we went ahead and bailed her out. Again, that's the second time that's happened. The defensive discipline of West Perry is not like Coach Moore wants at this half. She's tough. Vanessa Huffman's handling the ball.
I'll tell you what.
Floor general, very well.
She's a press read night. She really knows what she's doing out there.
You know, when I originally heard that Susquenita beat West Perry earlier in the year, I wondered how, and I think tonight we're all finding out why.
Well, they handled them in the Greenwood Championship at the opening tournament of the season. Then 3 days later, West Perry came back and won by 16 at their place.
Yeah.
But there's one single factor you throw in now. This is this first opportunity for the Blackhawks to play at home in front of a big crowd with the lemonade thing going on tonight. And have they stepped up in big time on High School Sports Life? Big time. How big do I say big?
They step in here, 64% team free throw shooting team down the stretch. But here's where your foul shots really count. And not able to hook up that time is Kayla Rome. Long look for the outside. Again, not falling. And who gets it? Sterner. She's been a bear on the boards.
Long shots, easy rebounds for Susquenita. Just plays right into the Blackhawks' hand. And look how patient they can be offensively.
Well, the clock is totally your friend right now if you can handle it. And again, here comes Hoffman with the drive, but before the shot, the foul be called on Renee Kless.
You know, and if you would watch this again, you would see that she's off balance, getting ready to throw up a bad shot, and you grab her arm and foul her. It's not good defensive discipline.
Great
Look at
first step, but actually the foul's going to get called on Maddie Urich.
Yeah, Vanessa Huffman had no chance at a basket there until she got fouled. Now she's going to make 2 foul shots or have the chance.
For Urich, that's 4 fouls now, so a big one there. But at the line, Vanessa Hoffman, 66% on the season. And again, a front end of a one-on-one is missed. Those can get big. Here comes Smith, off balance.
You know, Gary and Todd, I can remember playing in a tough district championship at the Hershey Park Arena where nothing would fall. And the defensive assignments on me were so hard to adjust to, and you started forcing it. And I know Meg Smith's going to want to fall asleep and hope this game never comes back to memory again if they go on to lose, because she's just had a tough night, and she hasn't had a whole lot of help in a setting like this.
Here's Hoffman again, just keeping the ball alive. Milking the clock now. They're pretty much done playing West Perry for the moment. They're just trying to play against the clock here with 3:20 to go.
Well, hey, I want to point out something. Megan Smith's had her hands full. She's guarding Hoover. Okay, Hoover's very active. Susquenita moves well without the ball. She's had to help in the paint on Hoffman's drive. And then it's just tonight I've seen so many nice little sets from Susquenita. They've got a curl cut, a flex look. To keep it simple at home, these girls move without the ball.
And again, a third front end of a one-on-one miss the last 3 times. The problem for West Perry, they can't score on the other end. Here's a 3. Missed. Renee Kless kicks it back out. Going to go all 3s now. Lobenberg in and out. The ball's going to go off, I believe, West Perry. Nope, it'll be on West Perry's ball.
And you need to get to the hole. You need to get aggressive, get fouled. You're not going to come back down by 14 just with 3-point shots. You're going to need to. It's going to be a lot more than that.
0 for 10 here in the fourth quarter. Smith can't hit it. Make it 0 for 11 now. Here comes Susquenita. You don't need the bucket here. You need the time. What a pass. Oh, and a great block by Smith. Megan Smith going the other way. Underneath to Urich for 2. Urich with 8 points in the game. Lead cut to 12. 2:44 to go.
You have to get a defensive play. It's a 6-basket game. Actually 4 if you count 3-pointers.
And there again, it's a foul out front on Lobenberg. And for Lobenberg, it's going to be a 2-shot now.
These are probably
10 fouls.
Yeah, these are good fouls at this point. You just got to get the shot. You got to get the ball back, Gary.
I'm always a great believer that these kinds of free throws make the not so good free throw shooter decent, and the great free throw shooters even greater.
Oh, well.
Because the first one's a free one. There you go.
There you go.
Not a one-on-one. This time they knock it down. Let's see if she gets the second one.
Every kid dreams for these moments, guys, to be live on TV. Somebody talking about you.
Kayla Rome makes the first. Her first point in the game tonight, by the way. She's been outstanding defensively. And the second one is up and good for Rome.
You can't come back on a team that executes that way.
62% free throw shooter, 100% that time down. Like we said, it makes the great shooter even greater and the decent shooter better. With a 2-shot foul. Now you really just totally playing the clock. If you're Susquenita, you just want them to foul every time, and they're trying. Hoffman just handling the ball, saying, come foul me.
Todd, you have a nice angle from where you're at of the Susquenita spread out offense. It's like clockwork. Is that what you're seeing on the baseline?
Right. It's total clockwork. And they're able to run their set spread now. So it's still the same flex look. And I know that's kind of technical, but it's still the flex look. But they're able to move with it. But when you got somebody that can handle the ball like Hoffman, she can go to her left side or right side, and she doesn't panic when the trap comes on her.
Hoffman missing the first one here so far. She's 0 out of 2. Missed the front end of a one-on-one a moment ago. Back into the game is Erica Morgan for West Perry. Sam Nisley called for the foul. Second shot up and good from Hoffman. 5 points, but her value is going well beyond the point numbers tonight. You don't have much time now. You have to get the shot up and again a walk. Kind of indecision there on the part of Renee Kless.
Yeah, there's not the West Perry last year naturally won that division even with Tate DeFreitas in it. That's how good they were. They just don't have the experienced sporting cast
got a
that they
timeout.
did last year.
Timeout here on the floor right now. We'll take a timeout as well. 39-24, Susquenita leads with 2:02 to go here in the game. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark Direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable health care for today and for generations to come. For all you do, you're better with Highmark Blue Shield.
Welcome back to Susquenita High School, where it's 39-24 with 2:02 to go in the game. Susquenita leading, and what were they saying in the huddles over there, Todd?
At this play, I just heard West Perry say, you need to finish hard. You got 2 minutes, get good baskets, high percentage. And Charlie mentioned it too. I think they went to start gunning outside from 19-9 too soon. Layups, get to the basket is what's going to work. And as for Susquenita, they're just going to they're going to run their sets. That's what you hear. Run your sets through, keep the floor spread. And that's just great sense.
So Susquenita with the ball. And Vanessa Hoffman has handled it well all night long. We're going to tell you about our player of the game in just a few moments. You can pick out a bunch tonight. I'll tell you the player of the game tonight if you wanted to. And Jeff Thompson slipped a note a while ago. Could be the whole Susquenita defense. I mean, they have been outstanding all night long.
Well, when you're playing against a girl that averages 20 points a game as half of your offense in Meg Smith, that is the MVP. And I think this whole team, I mean, there's just every girl stepped up in different ways. Huffman's point guard skills, Hoover's boxing out inside, neutralizing the post. I would be willing to vote the team, and we've only ever done it one time on High School Sports Line. The Cumberland Valley boys against Carlisle boys. I'd be willing to vote the team if I could get somebody else to jump in there with me.
Well, I don't think I would. I would jump in with this young lady at the line right here who's had an unbelievable night so far.
She sure has.
13 points in the game for Rachel Sterner, who averages 4.8. Quickly back in the other direction. Knocked down. Here in the second half, Erica Morgan has had 6 points.
Todd, what's your thoughts?
I like the whole team idea. Here's why, Charlie. You can't count out Turbin in the 3 shots at 22 hit in a stretch when they pulled away to start the second half. She hit 3 threes from the corner, and at one point, Megan Smith called over, hey, we got to get a hand in her face.
I'll tell you what, one of the people on that team, too, that really stands out tonight, we've talked about her a little bit, Kayla Rome.
Yeah,
she is a defensive stopper for this team, and she has really shut down all night long Megan Smith, who has only 4 points in this game.
All right, I'm going with the team. I was leaning towards Sterner at one point, Gary, because of the run.
I'll roll in with you guys.
All right, we influenced Gary. And Jeff Thompson, our sidekick to the right. Will you jump on with that? Oh, Jeff's with the team.
And don't forget Amber Turpin with 3 threes tonight, number 22 on Susquenita. And here she is checking it again, making 17 in the game for her. She averages 8 points a game.
Well, and how about,
she and Stern are playing well above themselves.
And how about Coach Dyer being in that meeting, because his defensive game plan was one of the best I've seen against a very good West Perry talented group of forwards.
Well, I want to go on the record to say, High School Sports Live fans at home, that was a salesman job. Gary, for the first time on Advanced Hoop, has been sold the whole team. So you know what, Gary, that's 1 for Charlie Fortney, 0 for you. So let's see how we go for the rest of the year. You've been sold, my friend.
I'll tell you what. Well, I'll tell you what. West Perry got sold tonight on the defense for Susquenita because they have been there all night long. Here's Kayla Rome, 3rd straight foul shot made. She got 3 in the game. But I'll tell you, her defense tonight has really been unbelievable.
Well, in that 6-man student section we just saw, that's all part of what we're talking about here tonight. It was a Blackhawk effort tonight.
4 in a row now by Rome. And I want to correct on Amber Turpin, 14 points in the game for Turpin. Make that 15, forgive me. 15 points a game for Turpin. I had said 17.
Hey, and let's talk of the forecast in the Capital Division now. West Perry's going to play 13 games with 3 practices. Something very similar for Susquenita since Mother Nature's wreaked havoc.
Well, and for Susquenita, they will have to play Middletown twice. For West Perry, they play Middletown only 1 more time. And don't count out Camp Hills at 4-2, back a little bit. But tonight, West Perry's now going to go 2 games back, assuming that Middletown would win the night, and that's never an assumption you can totally make. And still putting the heat on them from behind is Susquenita.
And West Perry yet has Camp Hill from the first half. The first half's not over, even though the second half started. They've got Camp Hill and Milton Hershey yet, too.
Right.
There's some very good teams in this Capital Division this year. It's good for Mid-Penn basketball.
And here comes Susquenita, going to be fouled in the backcourt again by Renee Kless. So Hoffman heads back to the line. Go ahead, Todd.
And thank you, Gary. What I want to talk about is the Capital Division is Jeff Thompson can tell people, too. A lot of people never gave us the respect down here through the years past. But if you go back to some of the teams he had and some of the teams I was fortunate to coach at Northern, we had big games every night and with forecast into the districts. So, if you're a high school sports fan, you need to get out and see some of these games. Now, this is old school right here. Pack in the gym, legends in the gym. This is what I'm talking about.
7 points in the game now as we have wholesale substitutions in for both teams.
And Gary, tonight this game has a lot of that Lancaster-Lebanon feel. You get down those Lancaster-Lebanon championships or those league championships, am I right? And they're packed gyms down there in Danville-Cleone and Columbia and places like that.
Hoffman has played an outstanding floor game here this evening. Hoffman looking for her 8th point in the game and gets it. 44-28, 55 seconds to go. Big win here tonight for Susquenita. Comes Erica Morgan handling for West Perry. Sam Nisley into the game, a junior. There's Gracie Stauffer. Look at the defense, still playing tough there for Susquenita, and they have done it all night long. Nicely. Gets her own rebound. Nicely again. How about that? Sam Nicely for a three. And Nicely into the books. To the backcourt, Lindsay Nye handling it. To Heather Heckert. Trying to get some of these new people in here with a mention. Over to Amber Siegfried. And then the drive by Siegfried for two. Siegfried with 4 points. 5 seconds to go.
Hey, what we're gearing up for the boys' game here.
Wow. That's it. 47-31. And Susquenita makes a statement here tonight as they go to 11-1. West Perry will drop to 6-4. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our post-game show here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Show, it's 47-31 here tonight. Susquenita wins, and our player of the game tonight is actually the whole Susquenita defensive team. And let's go to Todd McCall.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Gary. I'm here with the whole Susquenita Blackhawks. This team right behind us is one game back in Middletown right now. But they come on the floor, and they had a lot of pride. I'm going to turn to the team. We had a tough time tonight. Turbin, you were up. Hoffman, you were up for player of the game. You were up for player of the game, Hoover. Your whole bench was up for player of the game, and we want to talk about that. It's very rare. It's only one other time in High School Sports Live that we said the players of the game are the whole team. And let me just go to you, Miranda. First of all, your team came in here and won a big game here at home. This was the rubber match, game number 3. But that defensive effort and that offensive effort out of you guys tonight was tremendous. Talk a little bit about how great you feel about this win and what it was that got this win for you tonight.
It's really just awesome. Because with our loss to them last time, we really wanted redemption because they just said it was our Pico win was a fluke. So really tonight meant a lot so we can go towards winning the division.
They said a fluke. Now, I tell you what, the way you guys played tonight, and let me go over here for a minute here, Miss Vanessa Hoffman. I call you the General now. Is that all right? Guys, is that appropriate name for her? Vanessa the General Hoffman. You ran the floor tonight for your team so well and just handled the pressure. Talk a little bit about your drive in tonight's game.
My what?
The way you just drove your team, more importantly, the way you got to the basket.
Well, I just try to look for the open lanes, and when it's not open, I just try to look for all the open players on the wings, and usually everyone just collapses, and if somebody's open, somebody's always open.
Somebody's always.
Yeah. My teammates, they were knocking down all their shots. They did a great job.
Speaking of knocking down the shots, I want to go to Miss Turner. Rachel, where are you? Rachel, can you come up here? Rachel, you hit 4 big threes at the top of the key, and you really came up for your team tonight. I mean, man, your arm was hot tonight. What are you going to do when you get home? You going to ice that arm? Talk a little bit about that shot tonight.
I don't know. It was crazy. It's been so long since we beat this team, so it's just good to finally do it. Fred Chuckaduck, so it's great.
All right, Charlie and Gary, we're here, and I want to get Coach Dyer in here. Shannon Dyer is head coach of Susquenita. Now, Shannon, I mentioned those matchups we had a lot back in the northern Susquenita days. But talk a little bit. This win was so great for you guys. First defensive effort was tremendous, but your offensive set, your team showed so much patience when they needed to offensively.
I think everybody was important for us tonight. I think our defense, holding them to one shot at a time, every possession was that was the main thing for us. Just every possession on defense, hold them every time. And we took care of the ball in the second half a little better than the first half, and it was a great team effort from all the girls. I mean, it's great for our school. It's great for the county. You know, this West Perry's had our number throughout the years, the last couple of years, and it's really nice for the senior girls to go out this way. But I hope we don't see them again, but we may see them down the road sometime in the next month or two.
So it's probably appropriate that this is only the second time at Advanced Hoops in High School Sports Live that we have allowed the whole team to be the player of the game.
It's a great thing for these girls, and that's how they've been playing all year. It's a different girl every night. I mean, these girls behind me and these girls, they've all done a great job being team players.
Well, that intensity showed in your coaching just like it did as a player. And I want to thank you for just being so patient with us tonight. And good luck in the future. And we're going to kick it back. But one last thing you want to say in this upcoming week about your team?
I mean, we got to take one game at a time the rest of the year now. I mean, we still have Middletown twice, Camp Hill twice, and East Penn, and go through the line. We can't. This ain't a championship game, really. We got bigger games coming up, and our girls have to realize that. Enjoy it tonight, but after tonight, you got to keep playing.
All right.
Keep competing.
All right, we're going to let these girls go celebrate with their coach. Gary, Charlie, a lot of excitement down here at Susquenita.
Well, you know, Charlie, 36 points a game is what they average giving up during the course of the season. They give up 31 tonight. And we're going to come back a little bit more here in the Advanced Hoops halftime or post-game show. 47-31 here tonight. Susquenita beats West Perry. We'll be back just in a moment here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
For 57 years, you know the Big 33 Football Classic as the Super Bowl of high school football. 2012 brought the Big 26 Baseball Classic. Look out in the fall of 2014, the Big 13 Basketball Classic. Stay tuned at Big33.com. Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Commonwealth Connections Academy, a tuition-free public cyber school serving students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark Direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable health care for today and for generations to come. For all you do, you're better with Highmark Blue Shield.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
OSS Health is a proud sponsor of tonight's event and proud to announce its newly opened orthopedic urgent care facility in Mechanicsburg. It's open 7 days per week. Call 730-7099 or go online at
And much more. Yours for only $254 a month. And Hoffman has 20 to choose from. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. Escape winter with Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Call or shop online at hoffmanford.com.
OSS Health is a proud sponsor of tonight's event and proud to announce its newly opened orthopedic urgent care facility in Mechanicsburg. It's open 7 days per week. Call 730-7099 or go online at ossortho.com.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less. And OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Welcome back. I'm here with Greg Wagner, the AD of Susquenita. Greg, first of all, what a special night. 6 years you guys have been running this lemonade, money for the Alex Lemonade Stand, but your fans have really come tonight. Your girls team got a great win. Talk a little bit about how special tonight is.
It's just a great night. As you said, the community's come together to raise funds for charity. This year we did choose Alex's Lemonade Stand. It looks as of right now, between the 2 schools, we will have raised over $5,000 to donate to charity. In the 6 years we've been doing this, we've raised over $30,000. Whenever you get 2 schools together that are rivals, but you can do something good, it's an amazing thing. And the fact that Susquenita Blackhawks came out on top in the first game, it's even better for me.
And Greg, for the Bearded Nation, can I please give just a thumbs up? That's a top 10 beard right there. We're bringing beards back. What do you think about this? There's kind of blackout on beards lately.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you got to be proud. I grow this all winter long, and the kids love it. Eventually, come springtime, they get excited for me to shave it. It becomes a little to-do, but it's fun.
Well, we want to thank you tonight for everything you've done and for your fans tonight, and I think we got a great game coming up. I'm Todd McCall. This is Greg Wagner here at Susquenita. West Perry, Susquenita coming right up, the boys' game, after these messages.
Advanced Hoop's biggest goal has been to raise the culture of training and development in this region. Working with youth coaches, junior high coaches, high school coaches, and even more so, college coaches in the last 5 years. We're seeing a rise in the talent level of players all over the area. Programs like ours are making a difference. We're just proud to be part of that culture of training that's growing strong in the Harrisburg area.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable.
Welcome back to the Nest here at Susquenita in Cove, Pennsylvania for the second half of our doubleheader here tonight. on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. It's West Perry coming in here tonight against Susquenita. And anytime you come in here for this matchup, two districts that border each other, it's a special evening. Good evening, I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me is Coach Jeff Thompson and also Coach Todd McCall over there. And when you talk about this game tonight, two teams that are not having very good seasons so far. In fact, West Perry comes in here 2-9, 1-5 in the season. On the other side, Susquenita 2-9, 0-6 on the season, and they have not won a conference game in 75 games. So they're looking to stop that streak here tonight. But when you talk about West Perry, you start out by talking about Nate Seitz, who's averaging 15.3 points a game, Jeff. He comes in here as the lone returning starter from last year for the Mustangs.
And I think he'll do a good job. I'd just like to say, no matter what their record is, and I was involved with probably 40 of these games, it's a battle, and it's a war, and that's what people at home are going to see tonight.
Well, it's the Army-Navy style game tonight. It doesn't matter what your season's going like. When you get playing this game, it's a big one. West Perry drew first blood this year with a 52-40 win back on December 10th. But we go over to Todd McCall here. Todd, Shane Smith comes in this game 9.9 points a game, but he is a guy who can knock down the three and take it to the rack as well.
Well, and he's going to have to. One of the things is, that perimeter game, it's got to happen. I think that both teams are going to try to look to change things a little bit tonight and get up and down and make this somewhat of a, you hate to say a messy game, but I think in a crowd like this, you'll see that hypeness or that excitement in their team. But that long ball is going to be the factor tonight, and running sets to get him looks from three-point range.
One of the problems for both these teams has been scoring points this year. They both average about 43 points a game, and they're both giving up a lot of points above that. So they're probably going to want to keep the game somewhere in the 40s or 50s, but some team that bolts out past 50 or 60 is going to have a pretty good chance at winning this tonight, Jeff.
Well, they sure will. I'd like to note that Jacob Nace got hot in the last game they played, so he might be the outside bomber that they're looking for.
You talk about Susquenita, coached by Jeff Dietz. They lost the other night to Halifax, 53-47. On the other side, a heartbreaking loss for West Perry, 41-40. They're coached by Tom Smee, who is in his first year over at West Perry. So looking for a great lineup here tonight, and let's take a look at those starting lineups. And there you see it. Mr. Seitz out there, number 22, the lone returning starter. And then also, you have Brent Miller. You got Tay Carruthers, a guy who can get it done. He's averaging 8 points a game. Looking down a little bit further, you've got Trey Leibel, and then Trevor Dolan in there. On the other side for Susquenita, Shane Smith. We talked about him. He's averaging close to 10 points a game, has 19 threes in the season. Mark Rivera, whereas number 24, averaging 7.5 points a game. Miller in there tonight for them as well. That's Evan Miller. And then Humphrey, pretty good shooter, averages 6.5 a game. And finally, Jake Nace, you mentioned him. He's got 5 threes. He had 2 of them the other night in that loss to Halifax. So your starting lineups here as we get ready to start game number 2. And the Smith that's starting tonight actually is going to be Deshaun Smith, not Shane Smith. So I want to make sure we make that correction. But West Perry at Susquenita. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll come back with the start of this game right after this. You're watching High School Sports TV live on ABC 27.
Guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Welcome back to the Nest here at Cove, Pennsylvania. We're talking about Susquenita High School. West Perry and Susquenita, the big rivalry game, second one of the season, and they're tipping it off right now.
This is very exciting.
Tip controlled by Susquenita. Taken by Jake Nace. Little motion offense to start out, kind of just a pass and cut, pass and cut. Just looking to kind of get open up here. There's a long look from the outside for three. Taken by Shane Smith, and the ball will stay with Susquenita. Wall-to-wall crowd here tonight. It's a big one. I'll tell you a little bit later on, too, about the special promotion these two schools have been involved in. Ball reversed again. It looks like they're going to have a foul underneath, Jeff.
They caught the big guy with an offensive foul on that screen. Looked like he opened him up, too.
So early going here. First foul on the board will be against Susquenita.
Anthony Humphrey. Susquenita's opening in a 3-2 zone.
See how they attack this. Front of the man on the baseline.
You know, I find a 3-2 zone always been one of the most effective perimeter zones that you can play in the game. But look at the movement out of the Nita Blackhawks right now in that zone. It's hard to attack.
Running Carruthers baseline to baseline and then looking into the post, and they'll run him again.
Boy, Tuan's going to be tired if he keeps doing that all game.
He's running sprints. There's a good long look from the outside by Brett Miller. Can't hook up. Taken by Susquenita, and they're running.
Nice rebound by Rivera.
There's a reverse.
Excellent
nice
post.
For Anthony Humphrey with two. And Humphrey with his first two of the night.
Good assist by Evan Miller. Excellent post dish.
Ball back over to West Perry here. A high-low look with that baseline runner. Long look from the outside by Seitz. Not going to be able to knock it down. Taken back by Susquenita.
Well, one of the places you got to attack the three-tone is the sneak spot. You see West Perry running along that baseline. They've got to get in that sneak spot, go high-low. I don't know how many times Northern teams, when I was a Polar Bear coach, coming down playing Susquenita, and Coach Thompson effectively ran a 2-3 zone with Big Freeland in the middle.
Good job of getting the ball inside to Rivera that time. Rivera kisses it off the glass. 4-0, Susquenita leads. They're running a little motion against that 3-2 zone. Good hard move, and it's going to be a three-point play. As you see Trevor Dolan with the head and shoulders fake, Jeff, and going up hard and drawing the foul.
And unfortunately, that's the second foul on number 42, Anthony Humphrey.
And that'll be a big foul if they can put him on the bench right away because it opens up that middle area a bit. Todd?
Well, it was picture perfect for Dolan because first thing, you see the nice pump fake. He squared himself. He got both feet firm and went up. And you know what? You talked about, I think you even mentioned it, Gary. Throw the records out tonight's game.
Yeah.
Forget what these teams are. This is a Perry County matchup.
It's all about pride, and a great rebound there by Tayson Carruthers. He'll earn a way back to the foul line.
He certainly had a nose for the ball in that situation.
So Carruthers going to the line. That's the third foul now against Susquenita.
Tay Carruthers comes in, Gary, shooting 50% from the foul line. And
take a look at it. Just good hard hustle to the basket underneath. You see, shooter missed it, but there's Carruthers going up hard. Carruthers misses both.
Better checkout. Nice checkout by the young sophomore, number 32, Vincent Werner.
Just mentioned Carruthers 1 second. He's only a sophomore. I think he's going to be somebody that West Perry can key and use in the future. And tonight, I think his athleticism. He's 8.0 coming in tonight with 50% for the foul line. I think he can get to the basket a little bit.
Little zone coming back here by West Perry.
It's the battle of the 3-2 zones this evening, fellas.
So far. Jake Nace with a hard drive. Not a good finish, though, and quickly coming the other way is West Perry.
If you're at home, how do you beat a zone? Beat it up the floor.
Or steal it and take it the other way. Let's quickly check it in. Is Brent Miller with two. His first two of the night. 6-2, West Perry lead, or excuse me, 6-2. West Perry finally on the board.
Yeah, that was a great steal by Evan. That was Evan Miller. We got two Millers battling each other tonight.
My correction, Evan Miller in for that one. Good offensive rebounding so far. We're seeing some good offensive rebounding by West Perry. As back to the line will go Trevor Dolan.
I believe that Susquenita is going to have to keep them off the glass to win this game.
Trevor Dolan's 80% from the foul line. He's going to have to make it. Now tell me inside the numbers. This game will come down to foul shots. That's one of the big keys. Hitting the charity stripe tonight.
Well, Todd, that first girls game was won by rebounding, and I think this one's going to also.
Yeah, that's speaking just like a big man right there.
Trevor Dolan for his second shot. He missed the first. And finally hooking in. Trevor Dolan with 3 in the game. His team leads right now. Actually, he's behind 6. Take that back. I think they have the 6-3 right now. The home team leads at Susquenita. We'll get it right.
And West Perry's brought their pressure up to three-quarter court.
Yeah, they're running a 2-2-1. They're moving it back into the 3-2.
Nice strong move. Get it to the baseline, and that's exactly what they do. And Susquenita checks into the baseline with Vinnie Warner for 2.
You know, when I look at both of these teams at 2-7 and 2-8, I throw that out the window because I want to talk a little bit about the Capital Division. Susquenita, Milton, Hershey, some very athletic teams in there. And I think they ran into it.
And you're going to get a timeout on the floor over the West Perry side. Tom Smee decides to take a look at it. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Welcome back to the home of the Blackhawks here at Susquenita High School, where they lead 8-3 here in the early going, and West Perry with the ball. Jeff, what are you seeing so far?
Well, I like number 32 coming into the game when the big guy got in foul trouble. Vinnie Warner came in, done a nice job the last couple possessions. They've slowed West Perry down a little bit with their zone, too.
So here's West Perry with the ball, looking at the high post, getting a good look at the outside from sights, and not able to find anything but air, but the ball's going to stay with West Perry. Good hustling play that time by Trey Leibel.
Jacob thought he had one off, but he didn't. It's a good call by the official. That's it.
Good rebound that time by Mark Rivera. And the ball back to Susquenita. They lead by 5 here, 3:25 to go in the first quarter. So how do you attack your 3-2 zone here if you're Susquenita right now?
Well, if we're Susquenita, I think, first of all, they have an 8-3 lead, so they can be a little patient and work the ball.
Right.
But at some point, they're going to have to get at the gaps.
What you're not getting right now is any kind of touches at the post so far.
No, that's where Vinny should come in.
So many times you got to get it to that baseline where the zone is a little bit weak, or attack it more from the side. That's a little coach speak. You try to attack where the seams are the widest. On this type of zone, attacking from the side might work. Both teams can do that. Oh, good block inside there for West Perry. That was Tayson Crothers, who I've been really impressed with so far in this game, Todd.
Unbelievable. I mean, you know, he's going to need to do that. He's going to need to play well tonight for this game.
Jake Nace inbounds it. Good block again by Crothers, and Crothers knocks it out. Be taken there by Susquenita. Strong move by Brent Miller. Make that Evan Miller, forgive me. We've got 2 Millers tonight. It's kind of interesting. We've got Brent Miller wearing number 2 and Evan Miller wearing number 2. So if we mix that up now, then Miller family, forgive me, all right? Here again. Now they're not running for others on the baseline now. They're just kind of moving them out to the side and then looking for the post. That being Dolan. They get a good touch and then kick it back out. Boy, Mr. Hustle tonight so far has been Trey Leibel. But you like what they did. They hit the high post, kicked it back out, had a good look for the 3 that time, Jeff.
Yeah, and Nathan Deibler snuck in for an offensive rebound. That would concern me if I'm on the Susquenita bench.
For Susquenita, that's the first foul now on Rivera. 5 team fouls thus far against Susquenita, none in the game against West Perry. That would concern me a little bit, too, here in the first quarter.
Well, Coach, sometimes one team fouls more than the other, too.
They do. I'm a great believer in that. I think the officials have done a good job here, especially in the early going. Shots are missed. We go the other direction, and Nace with the ball.
That's Rivera's third rebound. I'm impressed with him on the glass.
Both teams very, very good at running their plays. And again, there he is coming across Carruthers, who's made himself very apparent so far here in the first quarter. Quick steal by Susquenita on the other end. And we're going to get a push from behind. The foul is going to be called, I believe, on Evan Miller for Susquenita. That's his first foul. You can see it's going to get put away here and put down by Dolan. And instead you get the foul right there going up in the air. Susquenita running a little bit more emotion through against now, Jeff.
Yeah, and they got a new player in the game. Deshaun Smith is in the game now, and he's their leading scorer. So I expect something out of him. Check that. Shane's their leading scorer.
Got the Millers and the Smiths around tonight, right? Shane Smith at 9.9, again, give it 10 points. Deshaun Smith at 2.3. Tell you what, I like the patience by both the teams. I'm looking for the good shots. They're just not able to hook them up as well as they'd like. There's a steal, got it back inside. Jake Nace with a shot. Nace misses. Good hustle on the play by Deshaun Smith, but can't make it, and quickly back is Leibel. Stolen away again, this time by Dolan. Dolan gets it back. And now Susquenita with a basketball. Looking like they're going to get one shot here, under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. They lead by 5. And the big guy with quite a move that time.
Looked like Charles Barkley.
Vinnie Warner taking it to the rack. Yeah, he did look a little bit like Barkley. Todd?
The baby Barkley from Auburn.
Foul marked up on Nate Seitz. That'll be his first, team's second. And the baby Barkley, Warner cannot hook up this time. Only a 42% free throw shooter for the year.
You remember how effective Charles Barkley was at one end of the rebound, taking it full court, coast to coast on a dribble to the other end.
Well, there's the second one up and good. So 4 points down, a 6-point lead for his team with 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Really been looking for Trevor Dolan inside a lot. There's Dolan, kick it back out. 5 seconds. Got to get a shot off. They're not going to do it. And they lose track of the time, does West Perry, and it's 9-3 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, I think that West Perry's going to have to find someone to step up and hit a shot from the outside.
We're going to come back and talk about it just in a moment here. It's 9-3. Susquenita leads here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no obligation consultation.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea. Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple Diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Welcome back to Susquenita, where West Perry and Susquenita hooking up again here tonight in that rivalry. Susquenita trying to end a 75-game conference losing streak. And so far, they're making some progress, 9-3 at the end of the first quarter. Jeff Thompson, what are you seeing for both teams so far?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of good defense, and the teams are, as you said, running their sets very, very well. They're having a problem finishing at times, but they are running their sets well. I'm impressed with number 24 from Susquenita. He's got a lot of energy, and I think he's the difference in the game.
Todd, I said to Jeff Dietz tonight before the game, I said, you know, you got to be thinking about that 75-game losing streak. He said, we think about it every night. He said, every night we want to get that one win.
That plays such a factor. Unbelievable. And tonight, if they play effective as they are with this 3-2, they'll be all right.
Good stroke in the shooter's roll by Trey Leibel, who gets to the book for his first two of the night and pulls it back to within 4 as West Perry. They come back on a little different defensive look here. And there you have it, over and back right away. The change in defense, 2-2-1 zone press, gets a turnover for West Perry.
After they got a real good look at the basket, too.
Still in the 3-2 on the other side is Susquenita. I like what West Perry's doing, which is using Trevor Dolan as that middle pass and kicking it back out to the shooters. Shot out of the quarter by Leibel, no good. Susquenita moves the other direction now. Nace with the ball.
Smallest man on the court snatches a nice rebound.
You know, I always found these rims down here at Susquenita tight. Not for the Susquenita Blackhawks, for all the opponents that played here in the Capital Division. It just seems like there's a plate on it.
Jeff, what do you have to say about that? You were here for 16 years.
Well, Drew Britcher in the front row could tell you something about shooting here.
Again, very patient here at Susquenita. Long shot from the corner, missed. A good hustle out there again by Deshaun Smith. Back out to Nace, they reset. Nace kicks it, Deshaun Smith with a long shot. Off the back of the iron, you're gonna get a push from behind. And I think they're gonna get Leibel for the push. Trey Leibel, number 5 is his number in green. Gets called for the push on the foul. It's just the third team foul now against West Perry.
That's Mr. Jay Leader on that call, and many people around the area from the Halifax area remember the Leaders and Coach George Leader down there. The Leaders, I think they got to the semifinals in the state championship and the finals actually against Anvil Cleona, was it? Or no, I'm sorry.
Right, they only lost 2 games that year, the district final and the state final.
And Mr. Leader was one of those very effective shooters from downtown, the Leader twins.
There you go, back in and out again. So far, Seitz hasn't been able to find anything. He's averaging 15.5 a game. Quick feet, but a little too quick for the referee, and we go the other way. You saw Tim Smee there on the sideline for West Perry. He's back at his alma mater where he's trying to resurrect the program and get it back on a winning track.
It takes patience, and when I came to Northern many years ago, it starts in the elementary level. You got to get that elementary build up and just keep practicing. And you got to play a lot of summer league games. You got to get in that Smallwood summer leagues, places around there. Get your kids active.
Susquenita be very, very patient thus far.
I think Jacob Nace is doing a nice job handling that ball club.
Very patient, but then you don't really get a good shot out of that by 14, Deshaun Smith. Here's Seitz again. Seitz with a good long look, just not able to get it. He's going to get bumped from behind by Evan Miller. That'll be his second foul.
If I could just say for a shooter, too, one of the things that I've always found down here at Susquenita, and I know every time I say this, Jeff Thompson laughs, but on a serious note, players used to complain a little bit about that gap between the baskets. Got that playoff kind of that arena feel. You go up and shoot, and you see that gray on that back. It's tough for some of the shooters that don't shoot here often.
It's the Cove Arena.
Into the game is Scott Messner now for West Perry. Number 25 is his number. Susquenita doing a little semi-half trap. One of the things with Trevor Dolan, they've been using him as a high post passer. Maybe he needs to turn and look at the baseline a bit and make him respect him. Another outside shot missed by West Perry.
Nice rebound by Rivera, and I totally agree with you. They have to look at the basket a little bit.
Often say with zones, you attack it with a process. You look baseline, middle, reverse. Always look down at the baseline for a cutter, middle for a cutter, and then reverse it.
Coach Sutton, you like to get that ball in the middle, don't you?
I love it. One place on the floor where you can't give help side defense.
I always used to say that once you got the ball in the middle, the zone is dead.
Exactly. I was watching a game on TV the other night with Duke and watching teams attacking Duke in the middle because they play so tough on the outside lanes, and you get a one-on-one kind of look. With a 3-2 zone here, you really have to attack it more from the sides and get up underneath the soft underbelly where you have the baseline man and the wingman right there.
And they almost had it. Number 24 with a nice deflection. Mark again.
And you talked about attack in the middle. What happens when you get that ball in the middle, whether you got a big man or not, that defense has to slough in, and it's going to open that outside shooting a little bit. Inside out.
Oh, man, watch it. Seitz with a great head and shoulder fake, and Nace bought it. Jake Nace got caught up in the air that time and gives credit to Seitz, who really showed the ball. Wow. Glad to see he gets up okay. And my mistake. Yep. My mistake there. It's Leibel. Watch this Leibel instead. I had Seitz down. I got blocked there for a moment. Leibel, great head and shoulder fake. And Leibel knocks it down here. Trey Leibel in for his third point of the night.
So far, he's been the answer for West Perry.
Absolutely. Hustling ball game thus far. Leibel again. Up and good. Leibel, a 69% free throw shooter. You see why right there. So West Perry is now pulled it to within 2. Showing a half-court trap look this time.
Nace directing traffic, gets it to the middle, and they got one low.
Well, that was excellent. Excellent attack, but again, missing the close-up shot. And here's West Perry, and we got a scrum.
That could have happened in the fall.
Great attack of the zone press that time. You got the ball exactly where you wanted on the baseline, and there's been the problem with these two teams all season, not being able to finalize.
It's finish. It's all about finishing.
And I believe he had the shot on that. He went on kind of underneath the basket. But I believe he had the shot on the left side there, Coach Thompson. And you know, he's only a sophomore, the big fella in there wearing 32 tonight.
One of the things you'll learn about in basketball as you get from a sophomore to junior to senior is economics. Economical moves with 2 points are better than a little French pastry and none. 4:11 to go here in the second quarter. Susquenita with the basketball. And nice job again, hitting the middle on the cut. And this time it's going to be Mark Rivera with a score. Check that, it'll be Deshaun Smith with the score. His first 2 of the game. 11-7.
There's a nice kiss off the glass that time. I like to see that.
They're trying to work Trevor Dolan in low now, but a good steal on the baseline as the zone collapsed. Stolen back by Dolan. And a foul on Vinny Werner.
A little bit of frustration from Vinny on that one because he made a nice play and then he lost the ball.
Vinny Werner, only a sophomore, so he's got a lot of basketball to learn yet, but you saw the hustling play, and then he didn't really make himself big by taking care of the basketball first. And we've got a TV timeout. We'll take one as well. 11-7. Susquenita leads here with 3:41 to go in the second quarter. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Commonwealth Connections Academy, a tuition-free public cyber school serving students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
OSS Health is a proud sponsor of tonight's event and proud to announce its newly opened orthopedic urgent care facility in Mechanicsburg. It's open 7 days per week. Call 730-7099 or go online at ossortho.com.
Welcome back to Susquenita High School. And there you see a young fan tonight who has been part of the wonderful promotion that both these schools have been doing together here tonight. Alex's lemonade stand. Alexander Scott, a young lady who in 2004 died at the age of 8 from neuroblastoma. But before she died, she got home for a little bit, raised $2,000 for her hospital so they could help other cancer people. It turned into a nationwide movement. These schools, West Perry and Susquenita, have gotten together to raise money for that, and it's nice to see two rivals doing something as one for the benefit of other people. Just super stuff, and that's what those yellow shirts are all about here tonight. I like the way Susquenita is trying to attack the zone by dissecting, getting into the holes that the zone creates, and then looking to the baseline where it's weak, Jeff.
They're doing a real nice job of that.
Very patient.
Excellent pass by Jacob Mace.
Great job inside, and they find the sophomore again. That's Vinny Werner, not able to hook up, but he'll get fouled.
You know, I'm down here on the baseline. Vinny Warner gets the ball in a great feed. They come off the baseline, nice set. He just turned to the wrong side. If he turned to the baseline side, he had it wide open. You know, that's just something you learn. You know, he's only 6 foot, but he had to play like he's 6'5" tonight, Jeff Thompson.
Well, that's his 4th point in the game now, by the way. He's 2 out of 3, Jeff.
Well, I said that you want him to work on his drop step moves right now because he's got a big body.
2 out of 4 from the line thus far tonight. 4 points of the game and a 5-point lead for Susquenita. So the same 3-2 on the other end. West Perry testing it out with a little bit of motion, sending people through, trying to confuse the zone. Open in the middle is Dolan, by the way. They're not covering him quite as closely. They've been using him as a passer so far.
West Perry needs one confident shooter, and I haven't seen that person emerge yet.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And so you can afford to slough down inside on Dolan and take him out of the game. They get both. I tell you what, both teams so well coached. Hats off to Tim Smee and Jeff Dietz. And a good look, and patience paid off that time as Brogan Abeling in the book for his first 2 tonight. And West Perry pulls it back to 3, and here they come back with that half-court trap. Good attack. Deshaun Smith again. How about Deshaun Smith squaring up and burying another one?
I was really impressed with the catch in the post on that press breaker.
4 points of the game for Deshaun Smith. A nice dissection of the half-court trap by Susquenita. Seitz trying to force it into Dolan. It's going to be off his hands, and Susquenita gets it back.
Mark Rivera, number 24, with quick hands once again.
1:57 to go to halftime.
Coach, do you feel that West Perry has to make something happen out of this press to turn the tide?
Yeah, I really do, and I'm not sure how many more times they're going to come down where they've gotten good shots against it every time has Susquenita thus far. They're staying in it, but you wonder, you know, there's always a mark that a coach has. How many buckets or how many good shots do you get against it before you get out of it? What you really try to do sometimes is get people to throw slow passes against this over the top and get into a situation like this where you're throwing it across court. Going to get a charge here, I think. Nope, going to call block. Good drive to the basket by Mark Rivera, and I thought maybe there was position, but apparently the official disagreed.
Mark went hard to his left. Mark went hard to his left.
Yes, he did. Let's take a look at it, see what. Rivera goes to the line. 42% free throw shooter is Rivera.
Sam, he's still moving. He is still moving defensively.
So a good call by the officials. That's why they have the stripes on. Rivera back to the line for one more. Mark Rivera missing both. A tough one there. You get 2 free ones, nobody guarding you, and you walk away with nothing. So still 5-point lead, though, for Susquenita. 1:18 to go in the half.
Both teams in the bonus. I'd like to see some penetration to the basket.
But now they put Seitz in the middle now. You got your shooter there who maybe can drive and score. Seitz has not been really active so far. In fact, in the game thus far, he has no points. Seitz averages 15.3 points a game, Todd, and you got to get him some touches somehow.
Yeah, right now, Coach Thompson hit on it. You got to penetrate the early gaps, the top gaps in the 3-2. You got to get somebody on that sneak spot. Inside out will get you that effective open look.
So they're going with a small lineup, but there's a move right there. They get Seitz. They wanted the shot. They got the shot. Seitz back up again and fouled on the play. So you go with the small lineup right now. You take Dolan out of there. You put Seitz in the middle, and he gets a point-blank shot and can't hook up. He's having a tough night so far.
Well, they did get 2 offensive rebounds, though.
Absolutely right. Stayed on the glass. Offensive rebounds are the gift that keep on giving, right? Seitz, who shoots 77% from the line. Again, tough night so far.
We better close the doors. It's getting cold in here.
Tell you what, great shooter right here. He'll knock his second one down. It'll be nothing but that. Well, nothing but a little bit of backboard rim in net, but he made it.
You called it.
Now you're picking up full court. Here comes a little different look. Man-to-man now.
I think the key to the game is if Jacob Nace can handle this pressure.
Nace is not your prototype point guard, but I'll tell you what, he does a nice job handling the basketball. I'm impressed. Ball taken away there by Wes Perry. Here comes Tay Carruthers.
I think the difference right now.
Great block that time by Rivera. Sorry, Jeff.
I think one of the differences I'm seeing right now in Wes Perry is Wes Perry has went back to their man-to-man defense, and Susquenita is struggling with putting the ball on the floor with Wes Perry. So this is a great change of pace here going man-to-man.
Seitz just got into a tied-up ball there, and the ball will stay here with Wes Perry. So big moment here in the game for Wes Perry right now. They're down by 4. They have a chance to cut it to 2 or 1. Outside to Miller. Come down to 15 seconds. I always think you need to go in at about 11. Gives yourself a chance for a shot and maybe a rebound.
They had a chance at the end of the first quarter, didn't they?
There's a long shot by Miller, and there's the 3. Wow. Pull it to 1. Brent Miller with a huge 3.
Great answer.
And there you go. It's 14-13 here at the half. Susquenita leads by 1, and you're watching it all on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free. You may recycle appliances or even cell phones. We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
Welcome back to our halftime show here, sponsored by Highmark. I'm Gary Sutton, and alongside of me is Jake Adams from the Carlisle Sentinel, who covers the boys for the Carlisle Sentinel. Jake, great to have you aboard.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Jake, an interesting first half here. Obviously, on the minds of people here at Susquenita is that 75-game conference losing streak. And, of course, they're leaving next year to go to a new league, so they want to make sure they put some wins in the column this year. What do you see in the first half?
I mean, obviously, we saw a sloppy game. I mean, that goes kind of without saying. I think the big difference is that they've made a couple more free throws when they needed to, and that should carry over. Hopefully, both coaches, I think, are going to harp on that. I was over here in Wes Perry's coach talk, and he was frustrated, especially that first quarter. I think that's whoever can get that rhythm going and keep driving to the paint and then connect on those free throws, I think is going to make the big difference here.
Well, I thought both teams showed an awful lot of patience in the way they were operating and running their offenses. Did a good job defensively. I thought they both played pretty well in the first half, and that may have led to some of those missed shots on the inside. But there were a lot of good cuts, I thought, especially in the part of Susquenita on breaking that half-court trap that West Perry threw at him there.
Yeah, they were definitely you could just see them playing. They were just, taking their time. It was passes all around the three-point arc. They didn't want to do anything too risky. They didn't want to try and force anything that they didn't have to, and they just found the open guy when they needed to. Unfortunately, the ball just didn't fall for them as much as they would have liked, and that's the game of basketball when it comes down to it.
Jake, as Willie Nelson said, you're on the road again just about every night, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Covering boys basketball, and especially with some of these games being canceled because of the weather. What are you seeing out there right now? Who's emerging as some of the front runners here early?
For one, I want to point out that Redlands got 2 big wins in the past couple days, and I think that's kind of impressive for them with, their 1-20 record last year. And I think, I just talked to the coach last night. They feel a little bit more confidence now with the wins and everything. I think the Commonwealth, that one's just, I want to see how that plays out. I wish we could fast forward a couple weeks, because Carlisle and CD and Harrisburg and CV, they're all beating each other up.
Right.
And it's impressive to watch, because you think all of a sudden you got a team there that is going to take the lead. CV's there. Well, then they get knocked off by Carlisle. Then Harrisburg, starts off slow. Well, who knows what's going to happen against Carlisle this week either. Carlisle has a good run, and then they get knocked off last week, I think.
Right.
It's the nature of the beast in that division, but it's fun to watch. I think this year's one of the best years in terms of balance at the top.
And when you emerge from that division, you're going to be pretty tough when it comes time for district and state playoffs. Jake, it's been great having you aboard here at half. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Jake Adams from the Carlisle Sentinel here at halftime. We'll be back with more on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The Advanced Hoops basketball program has professional skill training. The most talented area players are playing AAU with Advanced Hoops, getting exposure in front of college coaches. Players of all ages can train with Advanced Hoops and get a rock-solid foundation. The coaches at Advanced Hoops have a great rapport with all the kids. Advanced Hoops is unique as we offer professional point guard and dribbling with Gerald Jarman.
As a former point guard at the University of Richmond, I led one of the greatest upsets ever against Syracuse in 1991. I get more fulfillment out of teaching young athletes the things that I learned and the keys that I learned, both in college and professionally.
Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction is amazing. He's helped many high-level players get a great shooting foundation for the college level. He understands how to build a player's shot right from where they are. AAU basketball, shooting, dribbling, or spring in-house games. Advanced Hoops has it all.
Commonwealth Connections Academy, a tuition-free public cyber school serving students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark Direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable health care for today and for generations to come. For all you do, you're better with Highmark Blue Shield.
In these cold, snow-covered days of winter, wouldn't it be great to escape? Hoffman Ford can't do much about the winter weather, but they can help you escape it in a 2014 Ford Escape SE 4x4. Nicely equipped, not stripped, with a 10-way power driver's seat, Sirius satellite radio, keyless entry, and much more. Yours for only $254 a month, and Hoffman has 20 to choose from. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. Escape winter with Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Call or shop online at hoffmanford.com.
OSS Health is a proud sponsor of tonight's event and proud to announce its newly opened orthopedic urgent care facility in Mechanicsburg. It's open 7 days per week. Call 730-7099 or go online at ossortho.com.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less. And OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea. Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Welcome back to Susquenita High School here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27, where it's halftime. 14-13, Susquenita leads here at halftime. And again, we don't like to belabor it, but they have lost 75 straight conference games. So they'd like to see that number be right there at the end of the time right now, but they're halfway there. Jeff Thompson, what did you see from Susquenita in the first half? You coached them for a lot of years. I thought they were very well coached here in the first half.
Yeah, they were pretty well coached. They executed well. They didn't finish well. And I think that's the big thing. And I don't think either team's really finishing well. I'm looking for one player to emerge out of all this and turn the game around. And right now we haven't seen it yet.
Well, the one guy that hit a big three at the end of the half there for West Perry was Brent Miller, Todd.
Well, Brent Miller got a good look, and I think one of the things you talked about, they've got to get some penetration. They've got to go inside out, and they tried that in the first half, and I think they forced it a little bit. But one of the big changes is that change in defense. When West Perry went man, I really felt Susquenita struggled a little bit getting the ball down on the floor. And, you know, it's just they don't have a true big man, really. You can't really say either team does, but still. The point is, I'm going to go with inside, and I'm going with Vinnie Warner in the second half as being that player. 32, I think the baby Barkley's going to emerge. What do you think? I mean, I know that's taking a little bit of a guess, but I think he's going to go
I thought it
inside.
was interesting at the end of the first half when West Perry decided to go with the smaller lineup and put guards in there. They put Seitz in the middle, and they started to get some good drives by Seitz, which he does well, and some kickouts, and they got Brent Miller open there at the end of the half with the smaller lineup, Jeff.
Yeah, they sure did, and that looked to be a spark for them. So we'll see how they come out of the locker room. Anthony Humphrey started as the big guy. I'm anxious to see if he starts the second half and what he can contribute.
If I'm Jeff Dietz, I'm a little concerned when I go in at halftime here. My team sat on the ball about the last 2 minutes there, really did not get into looking at the basket as they had been doing before. And as you said, I think the big change man-to-man got them away from looking to dissect the zone and now having to decide whether they're going to drive to the basket or start to do some pick and rolls or something along that line.
Well, I'm fortunate to be on the baseline, and one of the things I saw, and maybe you guys saw it too, is when West Perry went man-to-man, Susquenita kind of forgot to screen. And you know, Jeff, I know you very well. One of the things you talked about, and I know I talked about, and Gary, you talked about in your coaching career, you've got to lay a body on somebody if you want to get somebody open. And I really felt that he kind of did the old, what you call the old run-by pick thing, where you don't square yourself, you don't. If they get in the trenches and set some screens and get into their sets, they'll be okay.
Well, we're getting all ready for the second half here. 14-13 at the half. Susquenita leads West Perry. You're watching it all here on High School Sports Live TV. On ABC 27, we'll be back right after this to start the second half.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights, the snowman, or that thing, which is scary. But you...
High School Sports Live is sponsored in part by Keystone Tax Associates, a specialized sales and use tax consulting business, by the Carlisle Sentinel. Log on to Cumberlink.com for high school sports coverage and more. And by Sports Recruiters, your vehicle for sports success. SportsRecruiters.com.
And we're back here at Susquenita High School, where West Perry and Susquenita getting ready to go to the second half. Final words of advice here to start the second half, Coach Jeff Thompson.
Well, it's a one-point game, and every possession's important. I think they executed well, and they'll have to. The team that does that better and rebounds, I think, is going to win the game.
On the other side, I think you're going to be looking also at this defense. Has been so good so far by both teams. A lot of 3-2 zone, but West Perry making that change at the end of the half to man-to-man. Let's see if they stay in it and they come out in it right here.
They are definitely man-to-man. And number 42 gets a start in the inside game.
And this time what they did is got to the baseline immediately, did Susquenita, and draw the foul as Mark Rivera will go to the line.
He's a slasher.
What you like for Susquenita coming out there the second half offensively, if you're coach Jeff Dietz, is you got a little bit of an attack. And I thought they were getting away from that attack at the end of the first half.
Well, Coach, you called that at halftime, and they went right after it.
I think he sensed they were getting a little lethargic there. You start looking east and west instead of north-south at the basket. Second one is up and good by Rivera, who's only a 42% free throw shooter, but knocks them both down for his third and fourth points of the game.
And so far they're handling it. They're going to need to if they want to break this streak.
That may have been important for them to keep that three-point lead, too.
They're back to running that baseline guy, and they got Seitz in the middle. Okay, remember, Seitz can drive and shoot. Seitz throws one up there after thinking about passing it back out.
Point guard Jacob Nace with a nice rebound.
And one of the big numbers tonight, Seitz, who averages 15.5 a game. No points in the first half. You're going to see a reach in here by Treg Leibel. But Seitz, 15.3 points, and he gets nothing. They've done a great job of taking him out of the game.
It's very similar, eerily similar to the girls' game.
Absolutely. When we saw Smith get only 4 points in that one. Girls won the opener 47-31. Girls from Susquenita to go to 10-1. To make that 11-1 rather. The reversal of the basketball.
Partially blocked, but Rivera went a great follow.
There you go. Rivera all over the place here in the second half, and he's got 6 points now in the game. Long miss on the outside by Susquenita, picked off inside by Rivera. There you go. Now you got Seitz doing what you wanted him to do. You got him there. He got the drive that time. Free look.
That was almost too easy.
So Seitz with his first 2 points of the night brings West Perry back to within 3. Man-to-man. Back inside.
Up and under.
Good head and shoulders fake. Didn't use the basket, or the board though, did he?
No, he's got to find glass on that.
That was Shane Smith. There's Seitz again. Seitz starting to feel it now a little bit. Got it in the full court and draws 2 on the foul. We got Shane Smith down on the inside there for Susquenita. And take a look. And here you see Seitz now. He's feeling it. Just got his last bucket on the drive. He says, I'm in open court. Let me make him play me one-on-one right now. And he beat the zone back down.
Unfortunately, he's on the snide on the foul from the foul line now.
But he's a 77% free throw shooter. To make the prediction, the second one's going to go in again.
Got it. That's 2 for 2.
Yep. So he's now got 4 points in the game. As you're going to get a walk. There's the pressure again by West Perry, and so they've drawn within 2 and have a chance to tie it up or take the lead.
The press took its toll on that possession.
Really did. That man-to-man press again. Good inbound. There's Seitz again. And all of a sudden, Seitz is back into the game here with 6 points. Miller back on the other end. And Susquenita looks like they're rushing just a tad. Good pass off by Nace. Gets it to the big man, Humphrey. Humphrey again, and Humphrey will get fouled.
Aggressive follow by the big guy, the left-hander.
Todd, one of the things it looks like with Jake Nace here against the man-to-man is he's maybe got to attack the basket a little bit more. He's pulling up early instead of taking some of the basket and trying to open up the baseline a bit.
Well, that, and he's going, like you said, he's going vertically. He's going side to side, and use that effective dribble, get inside.
I thought that was a very unselfish play by Jake, pushing the ball off to the big guy.
Humphrey with his 3rd point of the night. Humphrey, a 6'4" senior. 4 points on the evening. He averages 6.5 a night. So Susquenita continues to cling to the lead. They have an answer each time. Back to Miller. We got Seitz still in the middle. Really moving the basketball well.
Pay attention to that guy.
There he is. Seitz missing again on the layup. They got it exactly where they wanted to. He just dropped down the lane, wide open, and could not make it, and Susquenita gets it back.
That was unfortunate for West Perry because they got it right where they wanted it.
I'm just saying, a very well-coached game, well-played game by both teams, just not finalizing. Here's the full court pickup now in the trap. Got to get it across the 10-second line.
Kind of shaky, but they made it.
Miller back out. There's what I like. With Shane Smith driving, didn't get it. Humphrey back, and Humphrey smartly throws it off the player out of bounds.
Great save. That last drive to the hole reminded me of Matt Eicher back in the day. He's an assistant coach to Pete Conrad now at Palmyra.
So Susquenita inbounds it. Get it to Rivera. Set play. Long shot that time by Smith. There's Humphrey again. Humphrey really making himself felt in there.
He
Humphrey
gets
with
another one.
offensive rebound. Long look from the outside again by Smith and not able to hook up. Here comes West Perry, a chance to tie or take the lead. Seitz just coming up short again. Almost looks like he really doesn't have the leverage underneath. He's like fading back a bit. Here's a drive by Nace. And there is really what Nace has to do, Todd, I think, is really try to take his guy to the basket a little bit more.
Taking the basket, draw the foul. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about the big man 42, Humphrey. He's fading back instead of going forward to the basket. I see it a little bit more on the baseline. Give him a couple fundamentals and he can be an inside player for you.
How about Nace? Ball's going to get tied up, and it will go the other direction to West Perry.
Jake had an older brother who did that very effectively inside at about 5'10", played post.
A lot of empty trips right now. Got 4:15 to go in the third quarter.
Let's see if Nate Seitz gets a touch here. He's the hot hand right now for West Perry. He's the difference maker in the third quarter.
Long look for the outside, and the three is buried by Brent Miller. That's his 24th three on the year, and Miller is in the book now with 8 points.
And West Perry takes a lead, if I'm right, for the first time in a long time.
First time I think they've had the lead in the game so far. The drive by the counterpart on the other side, Evan Miller, and he's going to be called for the player control foul. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. First lead of the night by West Perry at the 3:49 mark. We'll take a timeout here at High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark Direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable health care for today and for generations to come. For all you do, you're better with Highmark Blue Shield.
In these cold, snow-covered days of winter, wouldn't it be great to escape? Hoffman Ford can't do much about the winter weather, but they can help you escape it in a 2014 Ford Escape SE 4x4. Nicely equipped, not stripped, with a 10-way power driver's seat, Sirius satellite radio, keyless entry, and much more. Yours for only $254 a month, and Hoffman has 20 to choose from. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. Escape winter with Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Call or shop online at hoffmanford.com.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights, the snowman, or that thing. Just scary. But you threw Moeller out and said, I want and. Because you don't go for choices. You go for greatness. So you go with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and pick from wings, balloons, pasta, or now a third pizza for just $19.99. And get any other delicious pizza for $10. All hail Andy, the king of the cul-de-sac. Go for greatness, people. Pizza. Make it great.
Welcome back to Susquenita, where for the first time tonight, West Perry leads 21-20 over Susquenita, a team trying to break a streak that no one wants to ever have to claim. 75 conference games in a row that they have lost. 3:49 to go, so it's going to be interesting now, Jeff. We were talking about it off the break, about how Susquenita reacts to going down for the first time this evening. They've been winning the whole time, and now they're playing from behind, even though it's just 1 point. Let's see how they react.
Well, hopefully the crowd can keep them in the game. They might be snake bit.
West Perry knows where they're going right now. They're really trying to hit Seitz in the middle every single time if they can find him. But they're just reversing the outside, and Seitz just drops. When the ball goes below the foul line, they run a guard through, drop Seitz down low, and then run another guard across. Just a guard rotation.
And they got him.
Good block in there, though, by Susquenita. And quickly the other end. Here comes Miller. On a fast break. Shane Smith misses it. Rebound will go over to Brogan Abilene. Here's Seitz again. He's got a wide open look. And again, can't make it. Foul's going to be called, I believe, on Susquenita. And I believe it's going to be a Mark Rivera.
Susquenita wants to be able to identify number 22 when he's in the open court.
The foul's actually going to be on Vinny Warner. It'll be his third, team third this half. Susquenita. Again, you drove that time, did Evan Miller, but not able to really find anybody, just threw it away. You want to attack right now with a purpose. Here they are again back in that 3-2 zone. Same look with Seitz in the middle. They go into that small lineup again.
But they have Seitz in the middle, and that's the key, and they got him again.
He's looking to get Brett Miller open for another three, and Miller with his third three of the night by getting the touch inside the Seitz and then kicking it back out, and they're going to say his foot was on the line. It'll be a 2.
You know, learning how to win. That's one of the big things I think the Blackhawks are suffering from a little bit, and West Perry settling in now with Miller.
Miller at his average at 10 points a night. Good move on the baseline by Smith. Shade Smith with a huge bucket right here. It's his first 2 of the night.
He worked for that one.
Oh, did he ever? But good head and shoulders fake, good spin move, and then to the basket. Good pass by Seitz again to the baseline. It's going to be off the back of the board, and quickly, here comes Susquenita with a chance to get the lead back.
Nice pass, and they got it back to Smith. And
wow. They're going to say that was a charge. I'm not too sure that the defensive man wasn't sliding down there. I don't know if we can get that again.
Neither.
Now let's take a look at the replay. Let's see what we have. You're bringing it down. You're going to get it ahead to Smith here. Now watch Smith drive. Good call by the official. Good call by the official. He had position.
And he dropped a little bit of his shoulder.
Smith with his second foul. Foul called on the other end. And it's going to be a timeout on the floor, or is it? Timeout on the floor by Jake Nason. Susquenita will take a break. We'll be right back. It's 23-22. West Perry leads here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights, the snowman, or that thing. Just scary. But you threw Moeller out and said, I want and. Because you don't go for choices. You go for greatness. So you go with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and pick from wings, rollers, pasta, or now a third pizza for just $19.99. And get any other delicious pizza for $10. All hail Andy, the king of the cul-de-sac. Go for greatness, people. Pizza. Make it great.
Welcome back to Susquenita High School, and you can see a guy working hard over there. That's head coach Jeff Dietz, who is trying to get a win here tonight for his team. They've lost 75 in a row, and talking it up over there. What's he saying right now, Jeff?
Well, he's probably saying one of you guys has to take it to the hole. I'm looking at Dave Nace, who's Jacob's older brother, his assistant coach. And
is that Phil Robertson over there? Little Duck Dynasty look there on the far side.
This is like being in a game in L.A.
Well, he's definitely happy.
You know, when you got Giants sponsoring your student section, you got to have some beards in there, and that is a Duck Dynasty beard.
There you saw Tom Swee on the other side, his team up by 1, and only the second time they've gotten the lead all night long. Ball being batted by Abilene. That Seitz open.
They didn't. Oh, they got the. Who's going to get this 50-50 ball?
Well, I think Susquenita gets it, calls timeout. No. They get it in control. Here comes Miller.
And how important was that hustle for that ball? It's a 23-22 game with 1:20 in the third quarter. You better be right. You got to come up with a loose ball in that situation.
Miller has. They have Deshaun Smith back in there, which I think is also a good move.
He gave him a little energy in the first half.
Sure did. Made 2 really good buckets there. Here comes Miller again. Miller is going to get the foul, and it's going to be on Craig Reibel, which I believe is going to be his 3rd foul.
Evan Miller looked like a running back, which he was.
Miller a little out of control there and kind of got bailed out on the foul. So the 3rd foul on Craig Leibel, and here's Evan Miller at the line. 53% from the stripe this year. Pretty nice looking shot for 53%.
You want to break a streak? You hit your free throws down the stretch in a game like this.
Well, here you have a chance to go back up by 1.
Evan might like the big moment, too. He's a football guy.
You got bright lights tonight. You got a packed gym. You got a rivalry game. Man, this is the game where you want to really step up big.
And really, it's one of those you talk about for years. Hey, do you remember the game when we were on TV? We play well, we end the streak or vice versa, whatever happens tonight.
Here comes Seitz one-on-one. Oh, good block, and it's going to be a foul. And it's going to be a 3 foul, I believe. No, he's might just be inside the line. Let's take a look. Nope, they say it's going to be 3.
Coach Sutton, he had all ball, but he came down awkwardly, so they had to
he brought his hand on down through, it looked like. Watch what he does. He gets all ball, and then he brings his hand on down through. You got the kick. You got the shot. Now watch.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The hand came through and caught the arm, so the first one is up and good by Messner for Westbury. How about number 2? How hard is it to make a 3 this way, Todd?
I think it's one of the toughest concepts in the game. But one of the coolest three-point plays I think I've ever remembered was Isaac Custer at the line to give Anvil Cleona the state championship. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. And how about that? Three-point play the hard way.
And Gary, you might remember there was no time on the clock when Anvil Cleona and Scott Parra, who's now at Penn, won that game.
Unbelievable. Here's the man-to-man press now. Biggest lead of the night for West Perry, 3 in this game, and now you're seeing some heat put on by Ethan Lesher, who's matched up on Jake Nace. Straight man-to-man by West Perry. He's now got 8 points in the game. And quickly a good timeout by Jeff Dietz, and he's stomping the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 28-23, the lead is now 5 by West Perry here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Welcome back to Susquenita, where Susquenita has now dropped down by 5 points. And you see a guy over there working hard right now. We're talking about Jeff Dietz and his counterpart over there on the other side, Tom Speed, doing the same. But the change to the man-to-man defense has really yielded up the lead here for West Perry.
Well, and I think that the leading scorer for West Perry has emerged a little bit, too, in this second half. And Susquenita needs an answer. And Coach called a timeout. Hopefully he provided an answer for them.
Seitz is the only returning starter from last year for West Perry, Todd, and he is the guy you're going through right now.
Yeah, and he settles down, and he's showing his athleticism in this game right now. But when Coach Dietz called that timeout, the first thing he told his players is he said, you've got to settle down. You're making some of those plays that are bad decisions. Get settled in the offense. And on the West Perry end, they say keep the ball moving around and look for Nate.
Got a push in the back that time by Leibel, and that'll be his 4th foul, as he was right in the back of Mark Rivera, and Rivera's going back to the line. You said Rivera, that's probably the place if you're West Perry you want to put him. He's a 42% free throw shooter, but he does have 6 points tonight. We need some answers here. A shot missed by Rivera.
I like the entry pass. I just didn't like the results.
Yeah. So West Perry on that rotation. And that rotation, all is just to try to loosen up the zone, and then you have Seitz in the middle. Eventually, you want to get a touch in his hands. And what Seitz is doing is either turning and going, and then kicking it right back out for a 3. There it is. Then to the baseline. Back to Seitz. Seitz just not on with his outside shot tonight. Another throw up. Look what I found, Trevor Golan.
That was a wild shot.
With his 4th point of the evening. West Perry up by 7 now, and quickly back on the other end. Not able to hook up, although he went hard, is Mark Rivera. And the foul in the backcourt, frustration foul there, is now 7-point lead for West Perry. Remember, West Perry won the first time between these two, 52-40.
Carruthers went after that ball pretty really hard, and he was rewarded with a foul.
He really was. Seen some good hustling plays from him tonight, especially in the first quarter and now here in the fourth. Carruthers at the line, 50% free throw shooter. And off the front. That's off Susquenita. Ball goes out of bounds. A 7-point lead now. In this game, Todd, a 7-point lead has got to feel like 15.
Well, because it's such a lack of scoring. It is like a 15. It's a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. And I think that's what Coach Dietz and his coaching staff's getting so frustrated with. First of all, Rivera's missed a couple easy looks, and that really cut that gap a little bit. And I know that's why they're frustrated.
It looks like they might be deflating the ball a little bit right now.
Well, I think you could afford to, but there you go, pass to the post. Good defense from behind again by Rivera. Susquenita 80% free throw shooter on the year. Shane Smith off the front. So again, another chance to get closer, but you got to make those free throws.
Yeah, that's 3 points they've squandered.
Susquenita's gone back to pick. They've gone to picking up man-to-man for the first time tonight.
Good pass by Carruthers. Oh, man. Carruthers gets it back. 2 close shots again. Turn Mack.
West Perry had looks that time.
Here comes Jake Nace. Miller thought about taking the shot there. Smith. And there again is the big guy in there, Humphreys. Back to Rivera.
They're being patient with their flex right now. They need a good possession.
Good look by Miller, but off to the left. Getting good shots now. Both teams back to the man-to-man. 4:07 left to go. 5-point lead for West Perry. Now Seitz handling the ball.
You know, it's kind of interesting that Coach Dietz didn't go back with Vinny Warner in there, Coach Thompson. I thought that, you know, Vinny provided a little bit of a spark inside in this 5-point game, but he hasn't played much in the second half.
No, the big guys, Anthony's a pretty big presence in the middle, and he's got to get going for him.
Oh, look at the steal there by Brent Miller coming out for West Perry. And now if you're West Perry, you might start to sit on a little bit, but Miller's still attacking, and unfortunately loses it. Here comes the other Miller, Evan Miller. Ball tipped. Nice hustle by Carruthers back down the floor to get a tip on it.
3 West Perry jerseys following that layup.
So it's 30-25. West Perry leads with 3:19 to go. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be back. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Advanced Hoops Intense Basketball Training is coming to the York area in 2014. Charlie Fortney is teaming up with Sam Sutton, former Towson University standout, where he scored 1,400 points.
Sam brings a work ethic and a passion to the game that reflects on all the players he coaches. I've seen Sam grow as a player. I am amazed at his ability to motivate young athletes.
Shooting, 2-ball dribbling, offensive footwork. Go to advancedhoops.com and click on the York link to register.
West Perry leads at 30-25 with 3:19 to go. And right now, if you're West Perry, what do you say over there if you're Coach Tom Speed?
Well, I think he's got a 5-point lead, and Susquenita's having a hard time scoring. So what he's got to be saying is get back on defense. Get back on defense. Don't let him have an easy shot.
And you know, Todd, also if you're Tom Speed, I'd say spread it out a little bit right now. It's even a little early, but with Seitz having the ability to score one-on-one, it might not be a bad thing. So let's see what kind of moves they make. On the other side, if you're Susquenita, you need the ball back. You're still well in this game, plenty of time to go, and you have a chance to win.
Right. Coach Sutton, you said in the first half you didn't like the way Susquenita set back, though, so maybe that's...
But now what you're doing, you're seeing a little bit of that spread we were talking about.
Here it goes.
There's the drive we talked about, and there's a score. Seitz right in there for his 10th point in the game, and that's the advantage now. Seitz might be the best one-on-one player on the floor.
Yeah, I'm afraid a man-to-man is a great advantage for West Perry.
Here you are now running your offense. The problem is you're running your offense, but you're not looking to score out of it at the moment. You've kind of gotten caught up like they did at the end of the first half. There's Smith needs a big one here. Now if you're West Perry, you're starting to play the clock. You got a 7-point lead.
And they're in the bonus.
Todd?
West Perry, it plays so much into their hands. They've got to just kill a little time here and move the ball, be effective, and see if they can go to Sites inside again. If you're Susquenita, they've got to push the ball up the floor a little bit.
Best defense right now. Now you got to drive to your left if you want it, if you're Sites. They're just going to start to pass and cut, pass and cut. You get a point-blank shot. Miller gets the ball, gets it back outside the Nace.
Wow, how about that?
Good drive by Rivera. And Rivera will be fouled.
Well, Gary, I'm back over here in the nest at Susquenita. You see them. They're really effective tonight. They've got to get their team going. The Giant Student Section Challenge is what I need to talk about. $500 goes to the winning school who can bring the most perishable or canned food items in for the Pennsylvania Hunger Bank. And these guys might have an early lead. I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're pretty good. We'll have to check it out, though, against the other side here in a bit, maybe. West Perry kid sitting over here right now, and Rivera misses the first. And again, misses the second.
Oh, but West Perry just stepped out of bounds.
So there you go. That's a mental error for West Perry. So still plenty of time to go in this game, 2:09, but you're down 7. You got to make something happen.
Let's see this out-of-bounds play they're going to develop.
There you
got
go.
it right into Rivera.
And Rivera gets the shooter's roll that time. Rivera, 8 points in the game.
And they're full court pressure, 1-2-1-1, Gary.
They're looking to trap now. Look to get it ahead. And there it was, a drive by Tay Crothers. As we're going to be checking out the other side here in a moment. Maybe if Todd could go over here, we'll see how the other side matches up. I mean, these rivals love to scream off, right?
Well, I'm going over here to West Perry, the Mustang section. I'm going to get up here and stand up with the Mustangs here if I can. Can I get in here with these ladies here? Let's see what, from this perspective, this side of the things. So it's like I'm going on each side of Perry County. Wow, that's pretty loud. I don't know. Coach Thompson, this is the West Perry Mustangs student section, and they're fairly loud tonight, too. The pride of Perry County is out, and I tell you what, High School Sports Live needs to keep coming back here. What do you think?
Oh, we love Perry County.
How about Tay Carruthers stepping in, making 2 big free throws, back up to a 7-point lead.
Huge.
And here comes Nason. Don't forget, we got to pick our player of the game here shortly. Who do you guys have? Todd, how about you?
Well, right now, West Perry Nate Sites, I think he just got going. He was very effective. Maybe Marcus Rivera, if Susquenita pulled it out, I'm not sure.
I think Sites is probably your player of the game right now. He's really taking control here in the second half.
Second half.
And there's a walk, so Susquenita forces the turnover. They still are down 7. They've got to score quickly here.
The game's not over. They're not dead yet. They're still working.
Minute and a half to go. You need a shot. You need a good look, and there it is. Nace just doesn't look enough to score. There's a shot from Miller. Not going to make it. Now you're playing the clock. And Sites gets fouled from behind by Evan Miller.
And he's still shooting one-on-one. This is the last one-on-one.
So Sites heads back to the line. We talked about some of his early misses tonight. But here's the guy you want at the line right now, the 77% shooter. Your captain, the guy who everything goes through in the second half, has had 10 points thus far.
He's found his average in the second half, and that's the difference in the game.
He's actually still short about 5.5 points, but he's been super here in the second half. And right now, this is where you find your leader, when he can score in the last 4 minutes, in this case the last 2 minutes. 11 points in the game now.
I'd say he emerged.
I think he emerged big. He emerged big. And there it is. Nothing but cord now in the big moment.
And you know what he did real effectively? When his team would push the ball up the floor, he was the one in the middle settling down, going, hey, let's get a good look.
There again, Rivera, instead of continuing to force the shot there, threw it back out.
Yeah, they've got to attack, and they did not.
Only 4 points this quarter for Susquenita.
And if Susquenita doesn't get a stop here, they're going to have to look to foul probably.
Yeah, there it is. Going to have a timeout on the side there by Coach Tom Smee. We'll take a timeout as well. Actually, we'll keep it right here. So right now, if you're West Perry, you're not playing over the other side against Susquenita anymore. You're just playing the clock now, Jeff.
You play the clock, but you also look for a really good shot. And number 22 has shown that he can go to the hole if they give him a chance.
But, Todd, I think also you're saying, if you're Tom Smee, if that shot has anybody nearby and you take it,
yeah,
you'll be over here with me. Make sure if that shot's going up, it's going up as a clean layup, nothing else.
And make those free throws. Make the free throws.
On the other side, you're down by 9. And so Jeff Dietz is probably saying, okay, we got to foul right away unless we get a steal. Got to foul right away unless we get a steal, then attack the basket. Right now, you're down by 3 long possessions. That means 3 threes, and you got to hope the other team doesn't score.
And they got to get after the ball like nobody's business.
Well, right here, doing a good job, finally getting it in bounds, but now you have to foul immediately. There's a foul. So Nace fouls, 50 seconds to go. And you really want to make it a free throw shooting time right now. They fouled Trey Leibel. Leibel's been solid tonight.
He has a nice stroke.
Leibel, 69% free throw shooter. And shows you why right there.
I think if you're West Perry, you can see your effective game plan. In a team that you're a little bit better athletes, you got to come out man. You got to to pick up the ball a little bit, pick up full court. If you're Susquenita, you've got to learn to be patient in that set when you're kind of undermatched a little.
Second one missed.
Yeah, and I think Susquenita did a nice job when they had the lead, extending that zone. But they don't chase very well.
Got to score here, and you do. Shade Smith scores. Quick timeout by Coach Dietz. So back to 8 as Smith scores on the drive. That's his 6th of the night.
They certainly need a sense of urgency right now, defensively and offensively.
So, Todd, here again, your mission stays the same as they're going to get a new player into the game right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Nate Seitz, but I want to talk for a second what Susquenita might look to do. You might want to look, he's looking like he's coming off the bench, Coach Dietz, with maybe a couple of his shooters off the bench and to get fouls. He's bringing a couple guys off the bench to foul, but they might need to get a good look here. And I think right now you settle for a 2-point shot, a layup if you can, and pick up that press and foul right away.
They got George Beaver in there, number 12, to basically foul on the play. So you immediately, if you don't get the steal, you need to foul.
Let's look for a hard trap first.
Look for a ball thrown deep, possibly.
Trap it, trap it.
There it is, and Evan Miller with a quick foul.
It's good play. They want to extend the game, and they have to be urgent about it.
Exactly right. Every half second, every second counts. So 39 seconds to go. You're going to send Tate Carruthers down to the line. Carruthers stepped in the last time and nailed both. Carruthers with 2 points on the night, but he has been effective defensively all evening and hustled all night long on the defensive end. Right now you're up by 2 threes and a deuce. That's the way you look at it. 3 possessions. Chance to make it 4 here if he can make both these. The first one up and good.
These are all big right now for West Perry. They can salt it away.
Free throw shooting down the stretch here has been good for West Perry. It's been a big difference in the game, and just as I say that, Carruthers now needs to get it back out, and he does.
That was a very athletic play. He got his own rebound on a missed foul shot.
What I was really impressed by, Tom, was the fact that he knew the time and score situation and said, I don't need to put this back. I need to keep the clock running.
Yeah, he backed it out of there. He has to be a little careful with that dribble, though. He had that high dribble. But, yeah, he backed it out of there. He's going to get a chance to get in a couple more here.
He's made 3 of his last 4. Make that 4 of the last 5.
Well, that's discouraging for Susquenita because they had 4 people to check him out, and they couldn't get it done. He's a very athletic young man.
So Carruthers, only a 50% free throw shooter. How about 5 out of 6 for the line tonight? Beats the numbers, beats the percentages. There's the drive by Jake Nace.
Coach Sutton, you've wanted that drive all night long.
Yeah, I think the one thing I would say is if I was looking there, and I think they're a very well-coached team, just not able to finish. I think for Nace, I'd have him drive to the basket all the time and finish off because he drives, stops, and kisses off. Whereas I think he's got some good finishing ability out there. Nace has been held scoreless tonight. That's his first free throw. 64%. Second one up and good. Now you need the steal or the quick foul.
They could get a 5-second count.
Here you go. Deshaun Smith over with a quick foul. They're doing all the right things right now, Todd. They just got to be able to score.
Yeah, and you mentioned it maybe once or twice. You alluded to it. Just learning how to win, learning how to close out a game. And I think second half, the adjustments that West Perry made, and really that man-to-man defense kind of hounded Susquenita in the second half.
Well, and I think that when they lost the lead, the doubts started appearing in their minds.
The heads went down, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the 3:49 mark of the third quarter is really where it started to go, and from that point on, there was doubt. Liable with his 6th point in the game. Now, if you're West Perry, you don't want to foul. You just want to give some shadow pressure, and instead, they're going to foul. And you're not a terribly happy guy if you're Tom Spee about that. You're not going to be that unhappy because you're up by 11 with 23 seconds to go. But if that were a one-point game, different story. Right now, all you need to do is shadow. That means just kind of be loose coming down and put pressure on.
And that's a teaching moment for Coach Shea.
Yeah, it really
Coach
is.
May, he should get into that and develop that.
Those are the time and score situations that coaches talk about all the time, knowing where you are in the game and what you need to do. 41-30, 23.6 seconds to go. Shane Smith at the line. Smith with his 7th point. They cut it to 10. And there's Leibel with the ball. 22 seconds to go now, a 10-point lead. And Todd, your thoughts?
Well, you know, you almost find yourself rooting for the underdog. You almost, you can't play favorites in a game when you're commentating it, but you really hate to see this for Susquenita walking away from here on their home floor because they had a chance. And I just want to say one thing. I was in Kentucky when Kentucky and Tennessee was playing one time, and Kentucky was on that however many losing streak football-wise in the SEC it was to Tennessee. And Kentucky had an opportunity, missed a field goal. Tennessee came back to win. And just see the Kentucky fans putting their head down. Like, sometimes it's just hard to get over the top.
Nace with the long miss.
And more than anything, I think that's what happened this evening.
Yeah, no doubt.
Brogan Abilene with the rebound, 11-point lead. Obviously, West Perry got to take this one home tonight, and it's got to be frustrating right now. If you're Coach Jeff Dietz, and you're trying to build a program, you're trying to get by that streak that's got to be in the back of your mind. On the other side, they made him grind it out again tonight. I mean, they really worked hard. West Perry, Tom Spee's got to be pretty happy. His leader stepped up in the second half for him.
And they did a nice job finishing from the foul line.
They've been really tough down the stretch. Brogan Abilene with his 3rd point. And Abilene again with 4 in the game. And they hit their average. There you are, 43 points. They kept the game in the 40s and 30s tonight. There's Smith going to the basket. Look at 2. Smith with 9. Leading scorer for Susquenita. And you're going to get a...
They were close to a 5-second count, and I think West Perry called a timeout.
So West Perry gets a timeout with 2.5 seconds to go.
I don't have an 11-point play, but you never quit coaching, do you?
No, you don't. You don't. But, again, you mentioned it a moment ago, Jeff, and I think it's really important that coaches right now have to go through those teaching moments. And you're teaching your kids, okay, maybe we're not going to win tonight, but there's going to be another time we're going to need to do something in this moment. I'm going to try to get you to think about it.
And when that works, it's special. And you point it out to your kids. That's why we did that.
And again, there's the clock. The game is over, 44-33. West Perry is going to win, and our player of the game will be back in just a moment with Todd McCall as he goes over to talk to the winning coach and also the player of the game, Nate Seitz. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Hey guys, just in time. When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Welcome back to Susquenita. Susquenita. I used to coach at Susquenita
you
years
spent
ago.
some time there.
Susquenita High School. We've been all night long here in Cove, Pennsylvania. You can tell it's been a long evening. And a post-game show presented by Advanced Hoops. We go to the sideline with Todd McCall and our player of the game and our coach of the game here tonight. Todd?
Thank you, Gary. I'm here with Brenner Family Dealership player of the game, actually Nate Seitz. Nate, when your team settled down, it's a big night. You're on TV, big crowd, but you really settled down against Susquenita's 3-2, and you got some nice looks going to the basket. Talk about what you and your teammates did to pull away from Susquenita tonight.
Well, when I saw we had a lead, I just wanted us to slow it down a little, get our groove. And then once we passed around a few times and I was there in the middle to be wide open, I could just do my thing and go right to the make a layup.
What happened.
Yeah, Nate, you're a natural slasher, but you're listed, Coach Tom here, he listed you at 6'8" in the program, but really you're standing beside me. You're about 6 foot tall. But tonight you really have to you have to step your game up, and you have to play a lot bigger. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah. When our center Trevor Dolan had to be a wing or a guard, I had to step it up and be the big man, and then that's what I did.
Trevor did.
Well, you played very effective tonight in really pretty much a great atmosphere, a crazy crowd. But what does this do for you guys in the Capital Division? You got that win under the belt now. The second time you beat Susquenita. Let's go look forward. You got some tough teams still high. Milton Hershey, Middletown. How does this help you prevail going forward?
It gets us a win, gets us some more confidence going into our tougher part of our season, and hopefully we can knock down a couple of upset wins.
I think that's well spoken. The Brenner player of the game tonight, that's got to feel good. Now, would you take a Cadillac if you had one?
Oh, yeah.
Or a truck?
A truck, yeah.
I figured you'd say a truck. Coach Smiley, first of all, your team settled down. Big change. You started out a little 3-2, little zone, but when you went man-to-man, I felt like your team was very athletic, and then you guys really stepped it up and got after it a little bit. You want to talk about what your team did there?
Yeah, we challenged them at halftime. We typically play a lot of zone. The way the flow of the game was going the first half, I was a little concerned how patient they were being and how much they were holding the ball. So I challenged them at halftime, and we went man, and we tried to use our athleticism to our benefit.
Well, when Nate stepped up to the foul line and started getting the ball and started slashing, he was very effective. Talk about how that game prevails moving forward to the Capital Division.
Well, that was a big difference in the game. We typically Nate's an outside wing player. I thought maybe we could take advantage of his athleticism in the middle. If we could get the ball into him, I thought maybe we could take advantage of him shooting that little jumper,
exactly
also getting to the bucket, and that was a difference in the game, I felt.
Now, Coach, would you take the Cadillac or the truck?
Probably the truck.
Hey, I'm going truck. There's 3 guys with a truck. I'll have to send it back to Jeff Thompson and Gary Sutton to see if they'd take a Cadillac or a truck. But I'm here with Nate Seitz and winning coach Wes Perry pulls away here tonight at Susquenita in a Capital Division matchup. Back to you guys.
Todd, thanks so much. And I owe Coach Smythe a apology tonight. I call him Coach Smee most of the evening. So, but no matter what you call him tonight, he did a heck of a job coaching this evening. I thought he hit on the one thing that offensively he did. Putting Seitz in the middle of that zone really paid dividends the whole second half. Seitz, with all but one of his points in the second half, he had 12 points for the night. And I thought also the switch to man-to-man defensively was big, Jeff.
Those two adjustments were the key to the game. He emerged as a player when they got him the ball in the middle of the court.
Well, a big win here tonight for Wes Perry. Another tough loss right now for Susquenita, but you got to give hats off to Jeff Dietz. Team was well prepared tonight. They led a good bit of the way. About the 3:49 mark of the third quarter is where they lost the lead, and from that point on, Wes Perry was to be able to slowly kind of grind it out. It was a real grinder kind of game tonight. We'd like to thank all the great people here at Susquenita tonight for their hospitality. We want to thank you for watching tonight. Thank you to Chad Edwards, and here he is getting the play of the game, sponsored by Capital Region Insurance Agency. And let's take a look at this play of the game right now coming up. And there you see it. That was a huge shot right at the end of the first half by Brent Miller. It pulled them to within 1, and that gave them some momentum to really start the second half for Wes Perry, and they carried it away. Thanks also to Todd McCall tonight and to Jeff Thompson, Charlie Fortney, Sam Sutton, and Chad Edwards and all the great people. We're going to be back at work again tomorrow night will be down at the Grumbacher Gymnasium in York, Pennsylvania for a doubleheader. It'll be Red Lion at Trinity in the opener. Trinity 5-5 in the season going into tonight. Red Lion, a team that's about 5-4 right now. It's going to be an interesting game. Both teams with great names. And then in the second game tomorrow, it'll be, well, one of the great rivalries in York County, York Catholic against York High tomorrow night, all coming to you live here on High School Sports Live TV. Thanks again to Invicta. Thanks to Chad Edwards, our director back there, and all you fine people for watching tonight. Have a great evening, everyone. Again, your winner tonight. First of all, in the opening game, West Perry. In the second game, West Perry. They both walk out winners here tonight in this great rivalry. Have a great evening, everyone, and thank you for watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.